The Vol Navy has anchored their spot on the Tennessee River, and this homecoming crowd is proudly wearing their dress orange. It should be a shootout today as the Vols host the men of Troy, the Troy Trojans of Alabama, and one of the nation's most unheralded quarterbacks, Corey Robinson. For Tennessee, quarterback Tyler Bray leads the potent Volunteer offense. Two great offenses and two top-shelf quarterbacks. The offensive showdown starts now. SEC College Football Saturday is presented by Coors Light. The pride of the Southland Band welcomes generations of volunteers back to campus for homecoming 2012. The Vols walk into Neyland Stadium today ready to face Troy, and on the first weekend of November, it's football time in Tennessee. A very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Bob Rathman, Tim Couch, and a pleasure to have you with us for SEC College Football Saturday. If these two offenses are on today, we may very well blow up the scoreboard.
It's going to be a fun one to watch. I'll tell you, these two teams are very similar in the way they get it done on offense. You take a look at the graphic and how similar they are in the yards, the points, the first downs, everything. They both have playmakers on the outside, and both teams have elite quarterbacks who can get the football to them down the field.
Let's take a look at those quarterbacks. So we begin our Toyota quarterback roll call here with Corey Robinson of Troy.
Corey's had an unbelievable career at Troy, and just the numbers that he's put up in his time. He started as a freshman. His greatest strength is his knowledge of the system. He's going to be accurate with the football. He will challenge this Tennessee secondary today, who will start two true freshmen on the back end.
And for Tennessee, Tyler Bray.
Well, Tyler Bray has all the tools that you look for in an SEC quarterback. He's 6'6". He has elite arm strength. And last week he was challenged a little bit by his head coach Derek Dooley before the South Carolina game to make better decisions with the football. And Tyler responded with a 4-touchdown performance against a very good South Carolina defense.
Coach Dooley and these Volunteers out to stop a 4-game losing streak here today. And as they begin their second season, they'll be counting on Tyler Bray to come through with a big performance, make a run to the finish line, and become bowl eligible for the first time since Coach Dooley took over here in Knoxville. We are ready for football as Tennessee gets set to take on the Troy Trojans homecoming 2012 SEC College Football Saturday. SEC College Football Saturday is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, by Coors Light, by Crystal, and by Ford.
A home improvement project takes patience, but getting the right loan for it doesn't have to. At Regions, you'll get an answer in about 30 minutes. So whether you're updating your kitchen, adding a bathroom, or putting in your own private oasis, nobody helps you borrow smarter than Regions. Home equity loans, personal loans, even auto loans, in case you want to fix up the garage. Hey, honey. No. Ah. It's okay. It's cool. Fine with it. Little piece of me just died.
I'm your lucky team flag. We've gone through 14 seasons together, but in flag years, I'm like 130. Now, I'm just holding on by a thread. If you've got cut rate insurance, you could be dealing with this mess yourself. So get Allstate, where agents keep you protected from mayhem like me.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, gotta be me. Gotta be me. I've gotta be me. I've gotta be me.
SEC College Football Saturday is brought to you by Kia Motors and the 2013 Sorento Crossover, the official vehicle of the SEC. Welcome back, everybody, to Knoxville, Tennessee, Neyland Stadium, and an absolutely perfect day for college football. Representing the Sun Belt Conference, the Troy Trojans. And coming onto the field, Shields Watkins Field here in Knoxville, Tennessee, the Volunteers. And for more on the Tennessee story, let's welcome in the third member of our broadcast crew down to the field, and Elizabeth Morrow.
Thank you, Bob. Well, the Tennessee defense has been struggling all season long. The main problem has been giving up the big plays. Coach Dooley told us when you are playing as poorly as we are statistically, there is not just one quick fix. You can take a look at the numbers. Tennessee is allowing almost 34 points, over 450 yards. All of these four categories on defense last in the SEC. Defensive coordinator Sal Sunseri said, we're going to have to simplify the game plan, an effort to get guys to stop worrying about their assignments, but we need to play faster and be sure tacklers. Dooley added, we have to stop thinking, and he simply said, we need to find the guy with the ball and tackle him.
Well, that's about as simple as it gets, and I know Derek Dooley has been really frustrated with that defense giving up big plays, and he hopes these guys can play faster and just eliminate thinking about assignments and go find that football and make the plays that they need to make on that side of the ball today.
The head coach of the Troy Trojans in his 22nd year with 168 wins is Larry Blakeney. He was a terrific defensive coach and assistant to Pat Dye at Auburn, and has taken over this Troy program and has done something, Tim, that is rather remarkable, to lead in 13 years a football program from D2 to 1AA to 1A, and getting this ball club in championship contention each and every year in the Sun Belt Conference.
It really has been remarkable, the consistency that he's been able to bring to that Troy program. He's produced a lot of good football players, and he's a good football coach, and just the tenure, 22 years at the same school, is a really impressive mark.
And he likes to line up his Troy team against the big boys. Our Wendy's first. They have gone up against the Southeastern Conference a grand total of 18 times against the current membership, and they've gotten 2 wins out of it. But this is the first time that Tennessee and Troy have gone head-to-head on the gridiron. This is the start of a very big month for Tennessee. And for Derek Dooley, after this Troy game, 3 SEC games in the East to close it out. They'll be here against Missouri next weekend. Then they close at Vanderbilt and home against Kentucky. They want to run the table, get to 7 wins, and play that 13th game in a bowl. The kickoff belongs to Troy, and they will run it out. This is Chandler Worthy cutting the corner at the 20 and knocked out of bounds. Troy with a record of 4-4. They are 3-3 back in the Sun Belt. They are led onto the field by their junior quarterback, Corey Robinson.
Corey Robinson has a huge skill set that he's going to bring to this position for Troy. He's going to challenge this Tennessee secondary today, and they're going to use a lot of tempo. They're going to play fast. They want to run a lot of plays and really stress this Tennessee defense.
On 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. And the handoff goes to Sean Southward. And a sizable gain on 1st down out to the 31-yard line. Let's take a look at our Toyota key defenders for the Volunteers. Darrington Centimore is the sack leader up front for the Vols. A.J. Johnson, just an incredible motor at that linebacking spot. And a true freshman, Dan Gray, draws his first collegiate start today against Troy. He'll be at the corner. An 8-yard gain on 1st down, and the throw is good for a 1st down on the far side of Justin Albert, the H-back. So Troy comes out, Tim. They gain an immediate 1st down and starting to move the football.
Well, I think that's going to be very important for Troy. What they were able to do on 1st down on this first possession, come out, get a nice gain on 1st down, then an easy pitch and catch to keep the chains moving.
Troy is averaging 28 points a game, as we told you up top. And they pass the ball for just under 300 yards a game. Southward tries the right side and takes it out to the 38-yard line.
I think it's clear what the running attack is going to be for Troy today. They want to run on the edges of this Tennessee defense. Tennessee huge on that front defensive line in the middle, especially McCullers, 6'8", 377 pounds. Couch, 300 pounds there on the defensive end. So they're going to try to seal the edge and get these fast running backs, Southwood and Taylor, to the edge.
They try the jet sweep, and it comes to the near side. And this is Chandler Worthy right in front of the Volunteer bench. Another Troy first down. This has to give Troy some early confidence.
Well, it does, and I think another thing that gives Troy confidence is they've already played another SEC team this year in Mississippi State. In that football game, they had 30 first downs and over 570 yards of offense in that football game. So Troy comes into this game going against a struggling Tennessee defense, believing they can move the football and put points up on this Tennessee defense.
Deion Anthony in at quarterback, breaks a tackle and somehow managed positive yardage. He picks up 2 to make it 2nd down and 8. Now Deion Anthony is expected to play and play a lot today.
He will play a lot. It's going to be about a 60-40 split with Robinson and Anthony, and it's very different what they like to do offensively when Anthony comes into the football game. He's obviously more of the runner. They're going to use a lot of the quarterback draws and the power keeps and all those kind of things with Anthony. And with Robinson, they want to throw it down the field more.
Robinson back in at quarterback. On 2nd down and long, down the sideline, and that ball is caught at the 20-yard line. What a grab for Troy, and Chris Williams coming up, the junior from Birmingham, with a spectacular catch.
Well, it's just a straight go route, and we told you Corey Robinson can throw the football, and it's just singled up here on the outside. He just beats him with speed. Look at the location of the throw to the outside shoulder where only Robinson can get the football. Does a nice job of getting the ball and getting a foot down in bounds.
That is just the 4th ball that Chris Williams has caught this season. 1st and 10. And Troy into the red zone, and Sean Southward, the 5'8", 184-pound senior from Florence, Alabama. And Larry Blakeney loving what he's seeing.
He is, and this is exactly the way Troy wanted to start this football game, and this is the last thing that this Tennessee defense, who's already struggling for confidence on that side of the football, this is the last thing they needed for Troy to come out on this first possession and move the football as well as they have.
Robinson to the end zone. Incomplete. Going deep for Chandler Worthy. Pass just a touch too long. Byron Moore, who has picked off 4 passes this season, defending.
Well, they had the matchup they wanted. They had Worthy lined up on a safety. Moore, he had a couple steps on him there, just couldn't get enough air under that football to let him run underneath it for the touchdown.
Robinson missing on his first pass. He hit his first 2 for 36, and that includes the bomb to Chris Williams. Shovel pass inside. Tennessee's got it covered. Southwood can go nowhere. Just inside the 20-yard line. A.J. Johnson was there to plug the gap.
Nice play there defensively from A.J. Johnson, and also the defensive end, Centimore. They bring Johnson up in the A-gap to stuff the run, and Centimore loops around on the game up front on the defensive line and makes a play and forces Troy to have a field goal attempt here early in this football game.
And this will be a 37-yard attempt for junior Will Scott, who's hit 9 out of 13 this year. Kick on its way, and this one is good. So Will Scott connects, and Troy goes in front 3-0.
Right, I think exactly what Troy was looking for. To come out here, they wanted to run the football. They showed that they can do that. They're getting on the edges of this Tennessee defense, and obviously Corey Robinson can throw the football against any defense. He has a lot of confidence. He believes in his wide receivers on the outside that they can win one-on-one matchups, and a positive first drive for this Troy offense.
Let's check today's 4 keys to the game.
Well, for Tennessee, it's going to be no turnovers on offense. You can't give this Troy offense any extra chances. You see how explosive they can be. And defensively, it's communication. They start 2 true freshmen on the back end. They have to be on the same page to eliminate the big play. And for Troy, they have to protect their quarterback, and they did on that first drive. I think Tennessee is going to be very aggressive in blitzing Corey Robinson today, so they have to protect him. And also, they have to win on first down on defense. Tennessee has been explosive offensively on first down all season long. They have a lot of big plays coming off a first down play, so Troy has to win that first down and put Tennessee in 3rd and longs.
Troy getting set to kick off, and you saw Larry Blakeney on the sideline. He was so funny when we talked to him earlier this week. He said, "Don't kick it to 84."
Well, I don't think he wants to kick it out of bounds either, but
no.
Yeah, they're definitely going to keep it away from 84.
That, of course, is Cordero Patterson, who leads the SEC in kick returns. He won't have an opportunity here to return one, but certainly a very talented wide receiver. Now, that ball sailed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, so The officials are huddling right in front of the Troy bench. But Patterson is another one of these talented Tennessee offensive threats that can do it in a variety of ways. Not only is Patterson a terrific return man, he's a great receiver, size at 6'3", and he's come into this league still learning, but a big-time threat.
He is a big-time threat, and certainly there's some things that he's trying to work on as a wide receiver, fine-tune some things, and he's getting there as a playmaker.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside on the kicking team, number 1. That penalty is declined. We'll also have kick out of bounds on the kicking team. That ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
So here come the Volunteers. Tyler Bray has feasted on non-conference competition.
He really has. He's putting up some great numbers. You see the 30 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. He loves seeing non-conference teams on the other side of the football, and he loves the matchup coming into this football game. You got a 6'4" wide receiver in Hunter, 6'3" and Patterson going in, 2 defensive backs for Troy that are 5'8" and 5'9".
Play action to Marlon Lane. Bray's going to go deep. He's got a man open, and that is going to be incomplete. Justin Hunter was behind the secondary, but could not hang on to the football.
Well, this has been a problem all season long for Justin Hunter. He's dropped a lot of passes this season. You can see the crowd getting a little antsy with him. He's got phenomenal talent. He's got first-round NFL talent. You see the speed and the route running ability, and a perfect strike from Tyler Bray. Justin Hunter has to come up with that football.
Lane the carry and gets 3 out to about the 38-yard line. Our Toyota key defenders for Troy. We begin on the end position with senior Tony Davis, who's having a great year, leads in tackles for losses and sacks. At the linebacking spot, Brandon Bryan is the quarterback there, makes all the play calls. Second in tackles, number 1 is that man on the right, Brendan Trawick, number 1 for Troy in tackles this season. Tyler Bray cranks and throws, and it's complete out to about the 47-yard line. And the pass caught by Justin Hunter, the junior from Virginia Beach. Tyler Bray trying to get Tennessee's offense cranked up on their first possession of the game.
And I like what Tyler Bray did. Once your receiver has a big drop, come right back to him. Give him the football, get his confidence back up.
Bray to the sideline and wrapped up at the 45-yard line. Zach Rogers made the grab. What a game he had last week against South Carolina. My goodness, 6 catches and 3 went for touchdowns.
Yeah, he was phenomenal in that football game, and Tyler Bray has a lot of confidence in Zach Rogers. He believes that Zach is going to be in the right spot when he's supposed to be there. They're on the same page right now.
Lane finds a hole to the right side and takes it to the Troy 40. We thought we might see Rajon Neal today. He's been out the last 2 weeks with the injured left ankle. But late news from the Tennessee bench was that he may play, he might not, and now he comes into the game. So Neal will get his first activity in 3 weeks. Bray, though, will go upstairs, and this pass is too long for Neal out of the backfield.
They had a great matchup there. They catch the Troy defense in man-to-man coverage. They get a wheel route with Rajon Neal, and maybe that ankle's bothering him a little bit. He couldn't get to that football, but he certainly won the one-on-one matchup, and Tyler knew he had him lined up on the linebacker, and certainly a mismatch in speed on that one.
Tennessee's running game much better this year because of that man. Before Neal got hurt, he was one of the SEC's leading rushers to the 37-yard line. 500 yards tops Tennessee for the season. He's been gaining on average 5 yards a carry. 3-0 Troy, first quarter from Knoxville. Bray on the run, and he completes this pass to the far side, and that is Jacob Carter. And this ball down to the Troy 29-yard line.
Good job of coming off his first read. Tyler wanted to work the football to the left side here. The zone coverage from Troy took that away, so he's able to buy a little extra time in the pocket and find a receiver out on the sideline.
Bray over the middle, incomplete. Mike Rivera, the big tight end, was as open as from me to you.
Oh, man. And I know Derek Dooley's frustrated. I know Tyler Bray is frustrated. That's 3 opportunities on this first drive for touchdowns. We've seen Justin Hunter drop one on the first play of the game. We've seen an overthrow to Rajon Neal down the sideline, and now a wide open Michael Rivera, the tight end. They just lose him in the coverage, and you can't miss that throw. Tyler Bray, way too good to miss that throw.
Bray forced out of the pocket, shovels it, and that's an incomplete pass. That one went right past Marlon Lane.
Marlon not ready for that football. Tyler certainly not the most mobile of guys, but he did make the first guy miss. He's able to step up into the pocket. He just wanted to get rid of this football. He doesn't want to run it, and he's not ready for the football, no doubt about it. Marlon Lane just is probably looking to block, thinking Tyler's going to run. He's not expecting Tyler to flip that football to him.
Tyler, this drive is 3 for 7 for 25 yards in the year. Comes underneath Justin Hunter to the 19. And a first down, it appears, from our look. We'll see where they spot it. Now they're going to back him up to the knee down at the 20. So shy by about a yard. So the Volunteers are faced with a 4th and 1. Bullard lines up as a blocking tight end. Lane finds a hole and gets the Tennessee first down to the 14-yard line. Tennessee 6 for 12 on 4th downs prior to that success. That keeps the drive alive to the Troy 14-yard line.
Great vision on that play by Marlon Lane. That play was designed to hit right into the A-gap. There was nothing there, and he used the vision and the jump step, the jump cut to get to the outside to keep this drive alive.
13th play of the drive. Over the middle. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cordero Patterson. Michael Pilardi is in to kick the PAT. Patterson with his 4th receiving touchdown. Tyler Bray's 21st TD pass. The kick is good, and Tennessee takes the lead, 7-3. A break in the action at Knoxville. And points are starting to come. 2 drives, 2 scores.
Ford has the freshest lineup in America, so we're at the mall celebrating. Have you seen the new Focus?
I walked in and it was just like, wow.
Seriously fun to drive, 40 miles a gallon on the highway.
40 miles a gallon?
Sync technology, 10,000 separate commands, so you can boss it around, Sasha, to your heart's content.
Are these made here?
Right here in the store. Yeah, a small group of elves come in.
Get a Focus with up to $2,500 cash back plus sync and sound at no extra charge during the Ford year-end celebration.
Cheers. It's a year-end celebration.
Here come the... Hey, yo, I lost audio. What happened? What? Oh, it better not be. What's going on? It's time to put a stop to this. Yeah, gay?
The Coors Light Silver Bullet Pint. It's bigger, it's resealable, it's still the coldest.
They call me Hollywood. Here come the big show. Get out my booth.
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
I love oranges, but I also love apples. And man, sometimes I might even go nuts and have a kiwi. But that's why I love Direct Auto Insurance. They're like a fruit salad, full of variety and flavor. If I need to buy insurance, renew my policy, or just pay my bill, I can use my phone, the online, or just walk into a store. You think that's amazing? I can pay by check, credit card, or cold hard cash. Call, click, or come in today.
Quiznos Chef, toasting up some flavor. Smoky and sweet. The Baja Chicken. Try a small right now for $3.99 at Quiznos. Toasty.
Send your fall fun into overtime with a visit to South Walton, Florida. Sugar white sandy beaches and turquoise Gulf waters await you in our 15 unique Florida beach neighborhoods. Go to visitsouthwalton.com and find your perfect beach.
We welcome you back to Tennessee The Vols go 65 yards, 13 plays, and our direct auto insurance coverage of the game on the touchdown pass.
Well, Tyler Bray missed a few opportunities for touchdowns on that opening drive, but he finally connects with Cordero Patterson. Look at the safety right here. I think they're talking about inside-outside help on Patterson, and the safety's looking into the backfield on the play-action pass. He steps up, and that gives Cordero Patterson one-on-one on the outside, and he beats Zach Miller across the face, and an easy throw and catch for Bray and Patterson.
Tennessee takes a 7-3 advantage. Now Michael Pilardi to kick it away. Chandler Worthy and Zach Miller, the deep men. That's Worthy on the near side. So we expected points, and we have not been disappointed. Touchback after the 25. The Troy Trojans were very impressive in their first drive.
They were. I was impressed with the way they were able to come out and run the football, and obviously Corey Robinson can throw it as well as anyone down the field. So a very positive first drive. I think it gives them a lot of confidence, a lot of things to build on. They got a lot of different types of formations in on that first drive as well to see how Tennessee is going to adjust to what they're trying to do here today.
Corey Robinson hitting Chris Williams on that 32-yarder down the sideline. That was some catch. Time. But thrown away, looking for Sean Southward out of the backfield. 2nd and 10.
Good decision by Robinson that time. Tennessee decides to come out on first down and play a too high safety look. They go in this with the zone defense, and Robinson had no one open down the field. So a good job of just getting rid of that football and live to play another down.
Deion Anthony back at quarterback. You'll see this most of the day as Larry Blakeney will interchange his quarterbacks. Robinson expected to play about 60% of the time. Albert. And a big hole for another Troy first down. Picks up 12. Senior from Prattville, Alabama. Not only a good, solid runner, but a pass catching threat as well. He's caught 16 balls and he's rushed the ball 51 times. Quick throw to the outside is complete, and Troy's got more yardage. And Chip Reeves making the grab. This is an interesting story, Chip Reeves. He was recruited out of Stone Mountain, Georgia by Tennessee.
Yeah, Chip Reeves, a big-time playmaker out on the outside. He's their big play guy. He can get it down the field. He's had 3 touchdowns of over 50 yards this season. He can really go.
That Chip was recruited by several SEC schools. Gets a chance to play here in Knoxville today. Down the sideline, incomplete as the flag comes flying. And that's Dan Gray. We talked about him, the true freshman at corner for Tennessee, trying to defend Chip Reeves.
Well, they're going to take a lot of shots at Dan Gray in this football game, a true freshman. They want to see if he can cover their big play threat in Chris Reeves. And Chip Reeves, I'm sorry, that ball a little bit underthrown. Reeves does a good job of fighting back for it, forcing Dan Gray to work back through him for the flag.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 9. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
This will take the football inside the 40 and down to about the 34-yard line. So a big penalty against the Volunteers secondary. Robinson back into quarterback. Southwood, big hole. He got to that second level of the defense quickly. Inside the 25 to the 24.
A great job of blocking on that offensive line from Troy. Look at the offensive line just getting a hat on a hat, creating a running lane that time for Southwood. You see he's into the secondary before he's even touched. And a good job of Byron Moore, the safety, of getting him to the ground out in open space.
Anthony at quarterback. Swings it to the outside. Play is still alive to the 18-yard line for Chandler Worthy. Eric Gordon made the tackle as Eric has come in at that corner spot for Gray. Now Gray back out in one-on-one coverage at the top of your screen. Not much for Justin Albert. Gains maybe a yard. And it will be second and about 9. Tim, you mentioned the Mississippi State game earlier this season. Larry Blakeney's club lost that one, but only 6 at home, 30-24, and they had 572 yards against a pretty stout Bulldog defense.
They really did. That's a great secondary they were going against there at Mississippi State. With Banks and Broomfield and Darius Slay, all those guys, they have pretty impressive performance.
Yeah, they are piling up the first quarter yards here today. Justin Albert, the last ball carrier. Troy has gone over 100 yards, and we've still got 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Third and 9. Vols jump, free play, throw off the fingertips, and incomplete. Eric Thomas, the intended receiver, the second leading receiver for the Trojans. Penalty flag, and this will be against Tennessee for an offsides.
Offside, defense, number 45. 5-yard penalty, replay, third down.
Mr. Johnson just a bit premature.
You're trying to work that blitz. They've been running that blitz a lot down here, especially in the red zone. They're trying to get A.J. Johnson in that A gap and try to get instant pressure on Corey Robinson, who's not the most mobile guy, but a good job of Robinson of realizing that he had a free play and taking the shot down the field.
And again, the Volunteers jump. Robinson looking, throwing, going to the end zone. Incomplete, too tall for Eric Thomas in the back line, but another flag. And Tennessee guilty for its third foul on this drive. Kurt Magid was the man who came in to the neutral zone.
Offside, defense, number 56. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Once again, a free play for Corey Robinson. Watch Eric Thomas, number 3 right here. He realizes it's a free play too. He throws the hand up. He says, I know I'm covered, but give me a shot. This is a free play. Try to put it up high. Let me go up and try to make a play on the back end. But the throw was a little bit too high. Tennessee has to be more disciplined down here in this area of the field.
First and goal for Troy.
Troy was facing a 3rd down and 9 situation, and 2 offsides penalties in a row gives him this first down.
And a big hole, touchdown. Sean Southward for Troy, and the Trojans go back in front. And I got to tell you, there was not much resistance at the line of scrimmage.
Not at all. I see a Tennessee defense right now that's kind of looking around, looking for answers. And they're just not playing disciplined football. You get a 3rd down and 9 situation down here in the red zone where you're going to have to, you got an opportunity to stop a team and force another field goal attempt, and you give them a first down, which leads to a touchdown.
Will Scott will attempt the point after. And it is 10-7 Troy. Sean Southward with his 8th rushing touchdown and the 31st of his magnificent Troy career. Trojans on top, 10-7 in Knoxville.
Whether it's Kevin's smartphone, Mom's smartphone, Dad's tablet, or Lauren's smartphone, AT&T has a plan built to help make families' lives easier. Introducing AT&T Mobile Share. One plan lets you share data on up to 10 devices with unlimited talk and text. Add a tablet for only $10 per month. AT&T.
There's nothing more thrilling to SEC fans than when our teams win. Winning is what SEC student athletes are used to, both on and off the field. Winning means commitment. And commitment is precisely what our corporate sponsors have pledged in their support of SEC athletics. And every time you support SEC sponsors, you're boosting the dreams and aspirations of more than 5,000 student athletes. The SEC corporate sponsors, and you. Now that's a team.
Your world revolves around your team. Your team. You've got the jerseys, you've got the big foam finger, and you bleed those colors. Not literally, but if you could, you would. Once you even listen to a game on headphones during a wedding. Your wedding. You wake up every day hungry for another win and ready to accept a loss with dignity, grace, and crying that seldom lasts more than a day or two. Tops. Texas Pete salutes the teams, the athletes, and most of all, the fans of the Southeastern Conference. Texas Pete, the official sauce of the SEC.
100 yards is 100 yards. You score points on Friday, the same way you score points on Sunday. The Ray, it's 11 players against 11 players. But the rules don't say anything about how fast they can be. The Nike Vapor Talent Elite. Gear up with the best of Nike football at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Welcome to the Atlanta studios. I'm Jerome Jurinovich with this Coors Light game break. Vandy needed 5 on a 4th down at Kentucky. Jordan Rogers said, how about 34 instead to Jordan Matthews? They just scored again early in the second. Vandy now leads the Cats 14-0. Let's get you back to Knoxville. Here again, Bob, Tim, and Elizabeth.
Thank you, Jerome. Appreciate that. Taking a look at the SEC standings. Kentucky bidding for that first league win, taking on the Commodores. Florida, of course, sitting in first, but they have lost the tiebreaker to Georgia. All the Dogs have to do is win their last 2 league games, and they will win the Easton play for the championship. Great to have Pat Summitt on hand here today, watching the action as her Volunteers get set to receive the kickoff. Troy's gone in front 10-7. And Jed Solomon, a redshirt freshman, ready to kick it for Troy. They're trying to save Will Scott's leg a little bit, some soreness. So their place kicker relinquishing his kickoff duties to Solomon today. Cordero Patterson, one of the deep men, along with Bill Howard. And it's going to be a short kick, and Vols will turn it out to about the 48-yard line. Let's get down to the field. Annie Elizabeth.
Well, Sal Sunseri still searching for answers, rotating in 7 or 8 guys, trying to find a combo to work. He came over to the sideline, went straight to the linebackers, then the safeties, clearly very upset, saying, I don't understand, are you just not getting the calls? And very, very, very upset about those penalties.
Well, that has to be disappointing. I know they came into this football game, wanted to simplify things. Hopefully that would get guys on the same page and communicate on that back end, and it's just not happening for them right now.
Rajon Neal in Detroit territory at the 49-yard line. Neal did not start today. Marlon Lane did. But Neal has got considerable playing time here in this first quarter.
Yeah, I think Neal's healthy. They just wanted to see how he would come off of this injury. If he was going to run the football the way he was early in the season, he was going to hit it up in there and get the hard, tough yards that he always was getting at the beginning of the year and really test that ankle. Toss
to Patterson. Troy has him jammed up. And a loss on the play. Third down coming, Derek Upshaw. One of the tacklers, along with number 7, Chris Pickett for Troy. Pickett, a junior, converted corner. He has forced a fumble in 3 consecutive games, so we've got our eye on him. From the 50. Play action, Bray all day to throw, but over the middle and incomplete. And there is a flag on the play. Big Howard was the intended receiver.
Looks like we had some grabbing down at the bottom of the screen, maybe a defensive holding away from the ball, away from the throw.
Well, once again, the officiating crew huddling, led by our referee today, David Smith.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Number 13, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Defensive
back T.J. Bryant.
Right, T.J. Bryant locked up with Vincent Dallas. You see the matchup right here. Watch them as they go down the field. Right there, as Dallas gets past him, he just reaches out and grabbed the face mask. And he really didn't have to do that. He had safety help over the top, and Bray wasn't even working that route anyway, so they let him off the hook there.
We talked about the costly penalties for Tennessee's defense. This one, the first Troy penalty, takes the ball down to the 35-yard line. The first down, Bray throwing toward the sideline. It's complete and out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Zach Rogers.
Tyler Bray has that talent. Every now and then he makes those throws that you just say, wow. I mean, that's an unbelievable throw over the flat defender right into the face mask of Zach Rogers. Look at that throw. I mean, that is NFL big league arm strength right there. You don't see a lot of college kids who can make that type of throw.
Lane, nice cut. And great effort to get the touchdown. Talk about yards after contact. Lane, they were trying to stand him up at about the 5-yard line. He took the defender right with him to the end zone.
Tremendous effort by Marlon Lane that time. Tennessee doing a nice job of running the football down here in the red zone so far in this game.
A 17-yard touchdown run for Lane, and now Velarde with the PAT. Tennessee goes in front. 3 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the opening quarter from Neyland Stadium. Here's the contact, and there's the touchdown. Tennessee leading it now, 14-10.
When people find out they can get 4 crystals for $2.79, they're going to be pretty excited. But getting a sack full of 12 hot, steamy crystals for just $7.99? That's an even better value for your family. So getting 24 crystals for only $13.99 may be a little too exciting. No one can resist value this delicious.
The 2012 college basketball season tips off in a big way. Live from the flight deck of the USS Midway, Syracuse and San Diego State collide in a highly anticipated showdown. Northrop Grumman presents The Battle on the Midway, Friday.
Mundo Fox presents. Mi nombre es Pedro Pablo León Jaramillo. Tuve todo lo que quise en mi vida, pero también lo he perdido. The new season of the most acclaimed Spanish television series, The Most Brilliant Criminal Mind, has become the most wanted fugitive. This time, it's not for money, it's for his family. El Capo, every weeknight, an all-new episode on Mundo Fox.
Today, ACC football is on Fox Sports South. The Eagles look to ignite an offensive attack against a Deacon defense ready for battle. Boston College, Wake Forest. Today at 3:30 on Fox Sports South. Brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
On the next SEC Gridiron Live, we look at a couple big SEC matchups.
Will the Aggies be able to hold back the Tide? Can Mississippi State tame the Tigers?
All of us will look at all of that on the next SEC Gridiron Live.
Presented by O'Charley's.
SEC College Football Saturday is brought to you by Toyota, by Regions Bank, by O'Charley's, by Z-Max, and by Direct Auto Insurance. Tennessee now 14-10 over Troy with 3:03 left in the first. Superstorm Sandy left a path of destruction across the country, and the American Red Cross is providing life-saving services such as meals, shelter, and mobilizing resources and workers nationwide. Visit redcross.org or text Red Cross to 90999 to give a $10 donation. Bob Rathbun, Tim Couch, Elizabeth Morrow back with you, Neyland Stadium, And a wild one unfolding here in the opening quarter. The kick out of the end zone. Troy will take over at the 25-yard line. First team to get a stop may gain a major advantage today.
That's right. We thought both of these offenses would come out here and put a lot of points on the board and move the football pretty consistently, and so far that's been the case. But how about Tennessee letting Troy off the hook on their drive that leads to a touchdown, and Troy comes right back. They have Tennessee stop on a 3rd and 9 situation. They give them a first down, and Tennessee answers with a touchdown of their own.
Deion Anthony is going to start this drive for Troy at quarterback. And what a play. You talk about it's going to be a flag. Yep. Centimore was in there so quickly, it had to be.
He had to get a jump, didn't he? Let's take a look at Centimore as he comes in here right up the A-gap right here. He just gets a jump on the ball. He's sliding down into the defensive front, and they snap the ball. He thinks he's trying to get off on the snap count, but just a little too early.
Centimore leads Tennessee with 5 tackles for losses and 4 sacks.
Offside, defense, number 94. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
So they've had 4 penalties. 3 have been offsides, and the pass interference on the true freshman Gray. 1st and 5. Lunging back to the line is Justin Albert. No gain. 2nd and 5 coming. This Troy offense averages 28 points a game. We noted they put 24 up on Mississippi State. The fewest points that they've had was in a win at North Texas, 14-7. Anthony going deep, a man is open, but the pass incomplete. Racing down the field was Chandler Worthy. But again, if you're a Tennessee fan, you've got to hold your breath when they go airborne.
Right here, you see it's the matchup. I'll tell you, every time Deion Anthony is in the football game, Tennessee is playing him differently. They're going single high safety, giving an opportunity to throw it down the field. As when Corey Robinson comes into the game, they play more of a zone coverage and a 2-high look. So certainly Tennessee changes that game plan when the 2 quarterbacks are in the game.
Batted down and incomplete. Centimore broke that pass up.
Centimore making up for that offsides penalty, gets a hand on this football. Deion Anthony working the slant route right here. You see Centimore trying to work into the quarterback. He's not able to get there, but he comes all the way around from the inside, able to get a hand on that football. And I think they had the throw for the first down. They're just working a little slant route right there. They had a step on the defensive back, but not able to get the throw, not able to get the completion.
And with 2:16 to go in the first quarter, we have our first punt.
I don't think we're going to see one all day.
Will Scott is the punter for Troy. Averages 41 yards. And this is hit at the line and is touched at the Troy 47-yard line.
That's an interesting punt technique there.
Yes, it was. And it netted them only 17 yards. Yeah, it hit somebody right in the helmet.
Yeah, he just gets out here and he's trying to do this rugby-style punt, and he just doesn't get anything on. He kind of kicks the back end of the ball, and he gets no height on it. He kicks the Tennessee guy right in the head with the football at number 41. You see here, it's just kind of a, he's trying to rush this thing, and he misses it. He almost missed the ball completely. And you see, hits the Tennessee defender, number 41, right there on the side of the head.
Dontavis Sapp. Tyler Bray and the handoff. Here's Neal. And taken down for a gain of about a yard. Coming up, Brian Willis out of his cornerback spot. 5th-year senior from Columbus, Georgia.
I know Troy in the kicking game, they want to keep the football away from the explosive Patterson, but you have to kick the football a little bit. You can't set Tennessee up in this type of field position. This is the 2nd drive in a row where they've started right here on the 50-yard line. Tyler Bray in this offense too good.
Justin Hunter breaks the tackle and wrapped up, but a Tennessee first down at the 36. to the field and Elizabeth.
Well, 2 touchdowns in the first 2 possessions for Tennessee, but Coach Dooley saw something more that they can attack. He came over to the bench after that first touchdown, went right to his tight ends, Rivera and Downs, and said, you need to get behind the linebackers. They're wide open. Please exploit the middle of the field.
Fullback Ben Bartholomew taking it to the 25-yard line. They'll mark his progress at the 24, a 12-yard gain.
I think that's a great point, Elizabeth, as well. If they've been running the football down here, you see they go with a play action this time. They don't get it down the middle of the field, but I think here on this drive, they're going to try to work the middle of that Troy defense.
Lane to the 21. A minute 15 and a running first quarter clock here for Derek Dooley and the Vols. Tennessee leading at 14-10. They forced the game's first punt. Now a chance to do some more damage, as they have it 2nd and 7 at the Trojan 21. Again, Bray with a play action to the end zone. Justin Hunter grabs and catches for the score. Boy, an acrobatic catch by Justin Hunter.
Well, that was something special right there. Justin Hunter using all 6'4" of that frame to reach up there and come down with that touchdown grab.
Michael Pilardi on to add the PAT. 44 seconds left in a wild first quarter. 21-10. Time for today's Bass Pro Shops catch of the game.
Well, we thought they would go play action down here and try to work the middle of the field, and here it is. Tyler Bray stepping up into the pocket. He sees the one-on-one on the outside, and Justin Hunter, this catch is tremendous. This is what excites everybody, the ability that he has to go up and make plays like this, and he just has to be a little more consistent in his hands. We've seen him make one drop already, but that right there is a special play.
Justin Hunter with his 5th touchdown catch this season. The Vols' leading receiver, Tyler Bray, 9 for 13 opening quarter with 2 touchdown passes, 109 yards.
Tennessee, I mentioned it at the top of the show, but they really feel the size matchup of their wide receivers at 6'4" and 6'3", going against these shorter corners right there. You see the size difference. He's just able to go up higher and make a play, and also the safeties, Traywick and Pickett. I don't think Tennessee thinks they're very good in coverage. These guys are very good at coming up and supporting the run, but I think Tennessee thinks that they can get behind these guys in the passing game.
Tennessee, 47 yards in 5 plays. Now the kickoff comes to Zach Miller. He'll return it 10. And Miller wiggles his way to the 17. And there is a penalty flag. .28 seconds remaining in the period. Clock continues to run here. That will be fixed.
During the return, blocking the back, number 12 on the return team. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
Now they've got to reset the clock before Troy will be allowed to snap the football. On that punt for Troy, officially that is credited as a blocked punt for Tennessee's Dante Bissap. Right? That's right. First time Tennessee's blocked a punt since 2008. We might have to put an asterisk by that one in the rule book, in the record book. 22 seconds. Now the time remaining. Corey Robinson back.
See what I was talking about earlier. You see the 2 safety lift back here when Robinson's in the football game. They're expecting more of a passing game when Robinson's in, so they're going to go to their zone coverage and try to keep everything in front of them.
Troy sticks it on the ground. Southward with the carry. Tackle made by A.J. Johnson. Johnson really is a special player. This sophomore started as a true freshman here last year. He's had double-figure tackles 5 different times this season. Plays everything. He's on special teams. They'll use him as a running back. Terrific play. First quarter comes to an end. Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Homecoming 2012. Tennessee on top 21-10.
Miners trust the makers of Peak Antifreeze to protect their 600-ton ore haulers from extreme conditions. You can trust Peak Antifreeze's unique formula to help protect your engine from costly repairs. Peak Antifreeze. Protect your ride, no matter what you drive.
Peak Antifreeze. When you peak, you win.
For all those times when it's just you and your trailer. For all those times when the job demands that you stay connected. For those times when nothing comes between you and the game, we offer our best Sierra ever. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 when you trade up to Sierra. Or trade up to get a total value of $8,000 on this specially equipped Sierra.
The wheels of progress haven't been very active lately. But because of business people like you, things are beginning to get rolling. And Regions is here to help, making it easier with the expertise and service to keep those wheels turning. From business loans to cash management, we want to be your partner moving forward. So switch to Regions, and let's get going together.
As an avid outdoorsman, I have a high regard for everything that Johnny Morris and the Bass Pro Shops do to give back to conservation. And that's why I always turn to the Bass Pro Hunting Catalog for the finest quality and the best gear. After all, everything you'll ever need out there is right here. So order your Bass Pro Hunting Catalog, call 1-800-BASS-PRO, visit your local Bass Pro store, or order online at BassPro.com.
Quiznos Chef, toasting up some flavor. Smoky and sweet. The Baja Chicken. Try a small right now for $3.99 at Quiznos. Toasty.
Send your fall fun into overtime with a visit to South Walton, Florida. Here you'll find perfect weather for golfing on Florida's northern Gulf Coast and plentiful great golf courses. Go to visitsouthwalton.com and find your perfect beach.
Welcome back to Knoxville, our Hyundai game summary through the first period. Troy averaging over 5 yards per play. Southward has gained 28 on the ground. Tyler Bray 109 in the air, and the Volunteers with 150 total yards in that first quarter.
I thought Tennessee did a real nice job of mixing things up on their offense, running the football well. We saw Martin Lane take one to the house in the red zone. Tyler Bray mixing it up, getting the football to all his wide receivers. Hunter, Patterson, Rogers. This time you see the big throw and catch to Justin Hunter in the end zone. But Tennessee doing a nice job of creating balance on their offense so far in this football game.
We begin period 2. Troy football. 2nd down and 9 from the Troy 10-yard line. Albert in motion. Southward the other way. And out of bounds. And that's going to be a late hit on Tennessee. Southward got pushed after he'd gone out of bounds. So another personal foul to be charged against the Volunteers to get Troy out of this hole.
That's right, and that's a true freshman, Dan Gray.
After the play, personal foul, number 9 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
A lot of pressure on Dan Gray in this football game. This is an offense that's going to challenge him down the field. This time he just takes a shot out of bounds. He's trying to play hard, trying to play with a lot of effort, but you have to be smart. He's going out of bounds anyway. No need to take a shot on Southwood right there.
And that's the second personal foul against the true freshman. Anthony in at quarterback. Rolling. And it is complete. Looking for the stick is Justin Albert, and he's got a Troy first down at the 37.
That's what Deion Anthony gives you, is the ability to move the pocket. And that time he was getting pursued from the linebacker, Kurt Magid, from the inside, but he's still able to get outside and make an accurate throw down the field.
Troy up to 112 yards in total offense. This handoff is DJ Taylor. His first carry. Progress to the 44-yard line. Senior, 5'11", 226. He's carried the ball now 30 times this season. Averages just over 4 yards a gain. A 7-yard pickup on this one, 3rd and 3. A 2nd and 3, rather. Close to the first down. They'll mark him at the 46 before Eric Gordon brought him down. Taylor also works out of that backfield. He's caught a ball for a touchdown this year. 3rd and 1. So this Volunteer defense, Tim, is going to be tested again. The penalty was unfortunate. Now they've got a chance to force a 3rd down here and get the ball back. Meanwhile, Taylor, no stopping him. First down, Troy at the Tennessee 49-yard line.
Nice job of moving the pile that time with that offensive line. Andrew Phillips in there, Jared Fleming working on that left side, and DJ Taylor just falls in right behind him to keep this drive alive.
And this is a Troy offensive line that has suffered 2 season-ending injuries. Larry Blakeney lost Chris Hawkins to a foot injury, and Zach Johnson done for his career with a concussion. Down the sideline. Incomplete. Corey Robinson looking to go deep to B.J. Chitty. Down that wing, Justin Coleman was defending.
Good job of Justin Coleman right here of forcing the receiver to the sideline, not giving Corey Robinson any room to drop that football in.
2nd and 10 for Deion Anthony.
It's been interesting. Tennessee's played mostly this whole football game out of a 4-man front. They've been a 3-4 team all year. They just feel like this allows them to get a little bit more speed on the field against this Troy offense.
No gain, as Eric Gordon was the first man to come crashing through. Mo Couch ended up making the tackle.
And you see the 4 guys right here for Tennessee. They feel like they can just play a little more nickel against this 3 and 4 wide receiver set of Troy. But so far, Troy's been able to move the football no matter what Tennessee's showing.
Well, a big 3rd down here. 3rd and 10 from the 50. Troy out rushing Tennessee by 27 yards to date. Over the middle, and that's incomplete. That one hit Tony right in the back. The junior, number 35 for Tennessee.
Well, this time they decided to go with an 8. They drop 8 into coverage, but they still had a chance to get the football into Robinson that time. But it's just good coverage down the field all the way. You see double coverage on the outside. Robinson trying to work the middle of that field on the crossing route, but Tennessee played it well.
No doubt Chip Reeves is a marked man. Will Scott to punt. Justin Hunter is the deep man for the Vols. Justin Hunter to his knees to make the fair catch inside the 20. And Tennessee gets it back. And quarterback Tyler Bray leading this Volunteer offense when we return to Knoxville after this.
Blimpie has been a part of America's tradition for over 40 years. Our subs are made with fresh-baked breads, quality meats and cheeses sliced to order. Taste the difference freshness makes. Blimpie, America's sub shop.
Why not make lunch more than just lunch? With 2 times the points on dining in restaurants, you may find yourself asking, why not? A lot. Chase Sapphire Preferred. There's more to enjoy.
Hey, man. I'd like to trade this game in.
$9.
$9?
Sorry, we just can only give you $9.
Come on, man.
That's our policy. Sorry.
The game costs $60. No, I don't want a coupon.
Don't get ripped off again. Play games before you buy them with over 8,000 console titles to choose from. Go to Gamefly.com, click the joystick, enter Sportsman, and get 1 month free.
Gamefly, before you buy.
Join now, play hundreds of PC games, and get your first month free. Product shown rated E through M.
CPI Security's InTouch system puts you in control of your security and home. With the push of a button, InTouch can arm your system, lock your doors, control your thermostat and lights. Through text and video notifications, InTouch gives you real-time knowledge and keeps you connected to what matters most. Call today to install the CPI InTouch system for free, and we'll include an interior video camera and an InTouch thermostat. Call CPI Security now, and we'll include a second thermostat free.
Blimpie has been a part of America's tradition for over 40 years. Our subs are made with fresh-baked breads, quality meats and cheeses sliced to order. Taste the difference freshness makes. Blimpie, America's sub shop.
Welcome back to Knoxville, where Tennessee is leading Troy 21-10. Before the game today, Reggie McKenzie, the former Tennessee linebacker, was honored as Legend of the Day. He talked to the team on Thursday and had a very clean message. He said, at the end of the day, it's not about your stats as a football player, it's about your work ethic and what kind of teammate you are. For a team for Tennessee that has lacked in leadership, I've been so impressed with the communication on the sideline, especially from Tyler Bray and Rivera. A lot of talking, a lot of encouraging.
Big Reg, boy, one of the all-time greats.
Great football player and a great guy. I was with him for a year up in Green Bay. Great guy. Glad I got a chance to know him.
Black Charlie, Black Charlie, Black Charlie.
Tyler Bray. Patterson down the sideline. 50. Still going. Everybody for Troy has missed him at least once, and he gets down to the 40-yard line.
Well, you just get him to football. That's all you have to do. They talk about he needs to polish up on his route running and all those types of things, become a complete receiver. But I know this. When he gets the football in his hands, he makes plays happen. He makes guys miss, and he is absolutely electric in the open field.
41-yard gain. Tyler Bray comes under center. Makes the toss. Looking for the home run ball down the middle to Hunter. Touchdown! His third touchdown pass, and 2 big bombs on that one. A catch and run by Patterson, and now this 40-yarder to Justin Hunter. P.A.T. Pilardi. Let's take a look at Patterson's big play first.
Well, this play set up the touchdown coming after this, but it's just a simple hitch route to the outside, and he makes the guy miss, and then watch the moves in the open field. Good luck trying to tackle this guy. Look at the stop and start ability of Cordell Patterson. And then on the next play, they line Patterson up in the backfield. He's right here. They're going to fake a sweep to him, and you think he doesn't get the attention of that Troy defense. Everyone on that Troy defense looking into the backfield, wondering why Patterson's back there, and it leaves one-on-one coverage on the outside with Justin Hunter, and it's just a post pattern. He pushes up the field, and he gets the separation that Tyler Bray needs just to throw him all the way back across, and a perfect strike from Tyler Bray.
4 drives for Tennessee, 4 touchdowns. 28-10. Tyler Bray now up to 23 touchdown passes for the season and 58 for his Tennessee career, creeping up on that all-time list. He started the day number 5. return for Troy. Chandler Worthy finds a hole, sidesteps, 25 and out of bounds. Out to the 28. With the 3 touchdown passes today, Tyler Bray now 4th on the all-time list. And next in sight, Eric Ainge, Peyton atop the heap with 89.
Great group of quarterbacks right there. But look at the games. Tyler Bray only 25 games to put up those type of numbers. A very impressive start to his career.
21 unanswered points by the Volunteers. Troy was moving the ball early. They've been aided by several Tennessee penalties, but they've been unable to crack the scoreboard on their last 2 possessions. And in a game like this, if you don't score, you've got problems. This one thrown away. Mo Couch with the pressure.
I think Troy needs to get back to the game plan that they started this football game with, and that's running the ball on the edges on first down to set up second and third and short, where they can keep the chains alive and sustain these drives. Right now they're behind the chains. If they don't get some yardage here on second down, you're looking at another 3rd and long, which is going to be tough for this Troy offense.
Albert knocked down from behind. The Tennessee started to get a little momentum defensively. Tony coming up to make the tackle for loss here. And Troy backed up a 3rd and 12. Sal Sunseri's got to be happy with what's transpired on these last couple of drives, aside, of course, from the penalty.
Right. I think he's talked to his defense a lot on the sideline, and they've regrouped and they've changed their game plan a little bit. They're going to come after Robinson and force him to get the ball out of his hands quick.
He does, and finds Worthy, and Worthy turns it into a big gain down the sideline, still going, and marked out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Well, as soon as we get the words out of our mouth, here comes a big play for Troy.
Well, Tennessee, this has been their problem all season long. They keep the play in front of them, which is exactly what you want to do. But you see 24, Eric Gordon, coming up right there. He just has to make that play out in space. And these receivers from Troy are very good at run after the catch. Chandler Worthy only 5'9", but he can make you miss out in the open field, as he showed Eric Gordon right there.
That's a 37-yard gain to the top. Completed pass, but for no gain. Albert made the grab, but Eric Gordon came up to knock him down as soon as he received the football.
Right, and a nice job by Gordon. Just looking back into the backfield, you see him right here. He knows what's coming to his side. It's that little swing pattern. He breaks on it very quickly, and makes a nice play in the backfield.
A loss of 2 to set up 2nd and 12. 9.5 on a ticking second quarter clock. 28-10 Volunteers. Over the middle and complete. More running room for Eric Thomas, and his progress takes him to the Tennessee 24-yard line. And a gain of 14 yards.
Check out the read this time by Robinson. Here's the middle linebacker. That's A.J. Johnson. He's going to work to the outside right here, and they're just going to throw the football right where he left. They're just going to replace him with a wide receiver, and it creates a big hole in the middle of that Tennessee defense.
Incomplete. The intended receiver, Justin Albert. Second and 10. Byron Moore defending. And Larry Blakeney screaming that it should have been pass interference.
Yeah, a lot of bumping going on down there. We'll take a look here at the end of the play, but you see a lot of grabbing. I don't see a pass interference, just guys trying to fight for position. So good call, good no call by the officials.
Second and 10 for Deion Anthony. Avoids the one defender, 20, out of bounds 18. Anthony's pretty cagey.
He is, and you see the playmaking ability that Anthony has. That's the second time that Kurt Magid has had a chance of getting Anthony in the backfield. He's able to make him miss and set up this 3rd and short situation.
7-yard pickup when it looked like it was going to be a takedown in the backfield by Magid. Troy can spread it around. 7 different men have caught passes today, 14 for the season. Give on the inside to Justin Alberts. To the 16-yard line. Troy needs to get to the 14 for the first down. Well, Larry Blakeney is going to send the field goal unit onto the team on 4th down. And this will be an attempt of 33 yards for Will Scott. He hit a 37-yarder to open the scoring back in the first quarter, and a timeout has been taken by Tennessee.
Tennessee, their first charge timeout in the first
That stops the clock with 7:56 remaining in the second quarter. We'll take the timeout with them and return to Knoxville in a moment. Tennessee 28, Troy 10, but the Trojans have a chance to add to their total. And once again, after the timeout, the field goal unit comes on. They may have changed their mind here. They're going to bring Deion Anthony back out on the field. So now Troy's going to go for it on 4th down and 2.
I like this play call. I think Deion Anthony in this situation, a 4th and short, you let him come out into the shotgun and do the read option play. Let him use his athletic ability to get to the outside of this Tennessee defense.
Tennessee's been guilty of offsides a couple of times. Maybe a long count to see if they jump again. They're going to throw it. It's complete and almost a touchdown for Eric Thomas. He takes it down to the 2-yard line. They needed 2 yards to go. They end up at the 2.
Right. I think Tennessee was thinking the same thing I was, that they were going to try to run Deion Anthony on the read option play, and they elect to throw the football. They get single coverage with Eric Thomas and Justin Coleman, and he wins on the slant route.
First and goal from the 2. Fade to the corner. Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Eric Thomas. Justin Coleman defending for Tennessee. Eric Thomas pleading his case. Let's check the replay.
Here they are at the top of the screen. Eric Thomas beats him off the line of scrimmage. The ball kind of hangs a little bit. He goes up, make the play, but you can see the foot right here. Clearly out of bounds. Half his foot is out of bounds. But a good effort from Eric Thomas.
Second and goal. Shy of the goal line, Sean Southwood. It'll be 3rd and goal to 1. This will be the 12th play of the Troy drive upcoming. Corey Miller made the last Tennessee tackle. Southwood dives in. Did he get the nose of the ball in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Troy. So a big 4th down conversion leads to 6.
It does, and I think that was the right call. They had to take a chance on that drive. Down 28-10 in Tennessee, as well as they've been moving the football, you have to come out and get some points on that drive. And a great job of Deion Anthony of converting that 4th down, and Sean Southwood takes it into the end zone to complete the drive.
Junior Will Scott for the PAT. He's missed only one this season. And this one is good. And the Tennessee lead is back to 11 at 28-17. This is the 4th down catch by Eric Thomas. That took it down to the 1, and Sean Southwood took it from there, leaps into the end zone, and Troy has another touchdown.
Quiznos chef, toasting up some flavor. Smoky and sweet. The Baja Chicken. Try a small right now for $3.99 at Quiznos. Toasty.
Next Saturday, Conference USA football is on Sports South. Suddenly surging, the Mustangs defense looks to tackle their first ever win against the Golden Eagles. Southern Miss, SMU, next Saturday at 7 on Sports South.
A life of adventure. A life of majesty. A life facing extinction. Tiger populations have declined by 90% in the last 50 years, with more tigers living in captivity than in the wild. Big cats are disappearing at alarming rates. Don't let them fade out of the picture. Join Nat Geo Wild and Life of Pi and cause an uproar to save big cats.
So, you think you can beat us? The new college football show has teamed up with Athlon Sports to let you go head-to-head against Bates and Bowden on their weekly football picks.
I still want to beat you, and I'm coming after you.
Just click it, pick it, and watch the show to see if you've won. Log on to thenewcollegefootballshow.com to get started. Classic NHL. Classic Predators. Relive some of the most exciting hockey games in Nashville Predators history.
The Predators rush the ice.
Predators Golden Classics, Tuesdays at 8 on Fox Sports Tennessee.
The 2012 college basketball season tips off in a big way. Live from the flight deck of the USS Midway. Syracuse and San Diego State collide in a highly anticipated showdown. Northrop Grumman presents The Battle on the Midway, Friday.
Welcome back to the Atlanta studios. I'm Jerome Jurinovich with this C Spire game break. There's a reason why Texas A&M is 3rd in the country in scoring, and his name is Johnny Manziel. 37 yards he goes. That put the Aggies up 21-0. They're up 24-0, beating up on the Bulldogs in Starkville. Back to Bob in Knoxville.
Okay, Jerome, thank you. A little bit of a hangover for Mississippi State after the Alabama defeat, and Johnny Football is going to work.
Well, the last guy you want to see come to town after a big loss like they had at Alabama is Johnny Football in that offense. They can put up points on you in a hurry.
Fans, we had a chance to do a Texas A&M game earlier this season. We saw Johnny Manziel with our own lion eyes, and I tell you what, that young man was impressive that day and has gone on to be a contender for a Heisman Trophy before all is said and done. He'll get plenty of votes. Well, they kicked it to 84. Here comes Patterson. And pretty good coverage. Kept him inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Here's our CPI security game summary. Troy, let me just give you this stat, okay? Here's how the game's gone. We've had 9 drives in the game by the two teams. We've had points on 7 of them. That should give you some indication of how this game has unfolded. Tennessee, a whopping 9.6 yards per play. Tyler Bray, for the 3rd time this year, has thrown 3 touchdowns in 1 half. He did it against Akron, he did it against Georgia State, and he's done it today against Troy. First down and 10 for the Volunteers. And movement up front. The pass is complete. Pass to Big Howard. He gets it to the 30-yard line. And now we did not have a flag in the play, but we had a couple of players jawing at one another. With a gain of 1. Tennessee sticking it on the ground. Marlon Lane to the 33. Mark Wilson, weak side linebacker, made the tackle. Lane being helped up. Bray checks the play call. Play clock to 10. That pass is going to be judged as incomplete. A little bit of a juggling act by Rivera. It nearly was intercepted by Troy. Watch the end of the play.
Very dangerous throw this time by Tyler Bray, trying to squeeze that ball into the tight end, Michael Rivera. It's a cover 2 zone. The corner is out there in the flat. That's his responsibility. And the linebacker coming from the inside. A bad decision that time by Tyler Bray to try to fit that ball into a guy who was certainly not open.
Pilardi to punt. This is the first Tennessee punt of the day. Justin Albert is the deep man for Troy. Albert gets a bit of a running start, takes the fair catch at the 34-yard line. So a rare punt in the first half. Stops it with 5:08 to play in the period. Let's go down to Elizabeth.
Bob, thank you. A very calm and confident sideline over here on the Troy side. The coaches keep reiterating to the offensive line, keep playing fast, keep playing fast. It's working what we're doing now. We are wearing down the Tennessee defense.
Well, they started the game in that first drive, Elizabeth and Tim, and you could just sense, even up here in the press box, and certainly Elizabeth has on the sideline, the confidence with which Troy is operating offensively.
Right, I think they came into this football game thinking they could move the football, and they have a lot of confidence right now in doing it.
And that is a catch for Jaquan Robinson. Boy, he had to scoop that one right off the top of the grass. A gain of 14. Deion Anthony at the helm for Troy. Deep over the middle. Caught! Touchdown for Troy. Chip Reeves. They've been waiting and waiting to go to Chip Reeves, and they get the big touchdown. 51 yards. And the man they went to work on was true freshman Dan Gray.
We knew Dan Gray was going to get tested against this Troy offense today, and he has. They went after him a few times. We've seen him commit a couple personal foul penalties as well. That time they got him singled up on Chip Reeves on the outside, and they took advantage of it.
The PAT is no good. Will Scott misses just his second of the year. But that doesn't stop the celebration on the Troy bench. Chip Reeves, who first committed to Tennessee out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, ends up at Troy and has a receiving touchdown in Neyland Stadium.
Like the Rockies themselves, Coors Banquet Beer is an American original. It's only brewed in one place, Golden, Colorado, because that's where we find our Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. Now maybe that's uncompromising, and maybe brewing up here means an extra trip or two. But as you know, originals follow their own road. Coors, the banquet beer.
I love oranges, but I also love apples. And man, sometimes I might even go nuts and have a kiwi. But that's why I love Direct Auto Insurance. They're like a fruit salad, full of variety and flavor. If I need to buy insurance, renew my policy, or just pay my bill, I can use my phone, the online, or just walk into a store. You think that's amazing? I could pay by check, credit card, or cold hard cash. Call, click, or come in today.
The Toyota Camry has never settled for second best. Its numbers have always stood out from the pack. And if you think it's better than the competition on paper, wait till you get it on the road. The one, the only, Toyota Camry. Redefining the class once again.
Right now, lease a new 2012 Camry for $199 a month for 24 months. Plus, your maintenance is covered with Toyota Care for 2 years.
Big orange is our color.
Big ideas feed the fire of the volunteer. When you see 16 million colors on a computer screen, understand a Tennessee graduate helped put them there. A Tennessee graduate made it possible for you to hold a conversation with a satellite in the palm of your hand. Our ideas touch your life in ways you can't imagine. Orange is simply a color. Big Orange is a way of life.
The University of Tennessee. Big Orange, big ideas.
You're looking at fifth-year senior Chip Reeves, who just hauled in that 51-yard scoring strike from Deion Anthony.
Here's the safety in the middle of the field right here. Watch the crossing route as it comes over. He's going to bite this, and it's going to leave one-on-one coverage down on the outside with Gray and Reeves. I think Gray thought he was going to have help over the top on a post pattern, but the safety jumps the crossing route, and it leaves the middle of the field wide open. Anthony and Reeves hook up for the big touchdown, and the Troy Trojans are right back in this football game.
Interesting that Reeves was recruited by several SEC schools as a defensive back, ends up going to Troy, and he has been a big playmaker his entire career.
He has. That's his fourth catch this season of 50-plus yards. That's first in the SBC and second in the entire NCAA. So certainly a big play guy who's making plays out here today against Tennessee.
No return for Patterson. So the Vols take over out on their 25-yard line. Tyler Bray was finally denied by the Troy defense on the last drive. 4 straight touchdowns for the Volunteers, then the punt. And now we've had back-to-back touchdowns by Troy. The Southward rushing touchdown, his second rushing touchdown today, and then the 51-yard pass to Reeves.
I look for Tennessee maybe to come out on this first down play and do a play-action pass.
Right you are, Mr. Quarterback, and the pass complete to Patterson. Breaks tackles. Still going out of bounds in front of the Troy bench at the 38-yard line. You've done this before.
I've played a little QB. I think just off the last drive, the way Troy stopped Tennessee on that first down and bringing that extra safety down in the box, Tennessee feels like if they go play action, they can get singled up on the outside. And if you get that man, Cordero Patterson, lined up on the outside in a one-on-one situation, good luck getting him to the ground.
Tyler Bray finds Justin Hunter. 30, 25. With Tennessee, Tim must feel that they've got the deep ball just about any time they want it.
I think so. I think they really think they can take advantage of the safeties on the back end for Troy and Trawick and Pickett. These guys are really nosy as far as looking into the backfield, wanting to make plays in the run game, and Tennessee feels like they can get behind them.
Lane pounds to the 21. 4 minutes to go, second quarter. Lane has done the bulk of the ball carrying for Tennessee. Hunter has now caught 6 passes for 107 yards in this game. 2 touchdowns. Tyler Bray looking for some room and throws incomplete. He was looking for Brendan Downs, the backup tight end. 3rd and 6.
Kyle Lucas applying the pressure that time to Tyler Bray, and a good thing he did for Troy because there were a couple guys running wide open for Tennessee in that Troy secondary.
To the outside, incomplete. On that corner, Brian Willis with a solid hit to jar the ball loose.
Well, Brian Willis is a senior corner. He's not going to let you sit there and throw these routes underneath him all day long. Eventually, he's going to break on that throw, and that's a long throw from the opposite hash all the way across the field. So the football is going to be in the air a long time, and that was close to being a pick 6 for Brian Willis.
Michael Pilardi coming in. This will be a 39-yard attempt. Pushed it to the left and no good. Pilardi was 5 of 6 on field goals coming into the game and misses the 39-yarder. Let's take a look at our Academy Sports leaderboard.
Well, this Tennessee offensive line, look at the graphic here. Tennessee only allowed 4 sacks all season long. That's 3rd in the nation, but I don't really count Air Force. They've only attempted 81 passes. They never throw the football. This Tennessee offensive line has been outstanding all season long, giving Tyler Bray the time he needs to throw the football. And Bob, these guys are huge on that offensive line. These guys all do a good job, especially Antonio Richardson. That left tackle did a great job against Jadeveon Clowney from South Carolina last week.
Troy goes back to the air and incomplete up the sideline. Corey Robinson back in at quarterback for Troy. I know, Mr. Couch, this is a game that you just adore. 565 yards in total offense, and we've still got 326 left in the hand.
This is my kind of game. 2 quarterbacks going back and forth, throwing the ball down the field. I like seeing this kind of stuff.
Kind of want to warm up that right shoulder, don't you, buddy?
Yeah, a little bit. I just don't want to get hit.
Deflected and caught. And it ends up as a loss of a yard. We'll just have that Tennessee offensive line.
Yeah, you give me that Tennessee offensive line and give me Patterson and Hunter, and I think I'd be okay.
It'll be 3rd and 11. Let's see what Larry Blakeney is thinking. He's got his hands outstretched because they just threw a flag.
Illegal substitution on the offense. 12 players in the formation. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Troy 3 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. They tack on 5 more penalty yards. And it makes this 3rd down conversion a little bit tougher. 3 penalties for 29 yards today for Troy.
Tennessee has switched their cornerback position. Now they have the senior Prentice Wagner lined up down here at the bottom of the screen on Chip Reeves after Dan Gray, the true freshman, gave up the touchdown throw pass on the last drive.
Prentice Wagner has come in at corner for Tennessee. The senior who got lifted today out of the lineup for Dan Gray. Now we have a timeout taken by Troy. 3rd and 16 when we come back.
It's the cornerstone of athletic success, passed down from generation to generation, taught by example and learned by practice. It's how we respond to challenge and opportunity, how we celebrate victory and bounce back from defeat. On every field in the SEC, we play to win, but treat each other with respect. Sportsmanship. Own it, live it, pass it on.
Coors Light says don't get flagged for breaking the law. It's a cold, hard fact. 21 means 21. So keep yourself and your friends in the game.
A 28-23 Tennessee lead with 2:29 remaining in the 2nd quarter. And the way the points are being scored in this game, the last thing Troy wants to do is to give it up here and give Tennessee great field position. So a 3rd and 16 is a big play call right here.
It is a big play call, but it's a dangerous down. 3rd and 16 in this area of the field for Troy. The last thing you want to do is have a turnover and try to force something down the field. So I would expect something pretty safe from Troy here. Maybe a screen pass, maybe try to work something over the middle of the field, but nothing too dicey to give Tennessee a turnover right here in their own territory.
Junior quarterback Corey Robinson from Paducah, Kentucky. Grew up a Vols fan. Wrap around handoff southward, and he's gone. 35-40. Out to midfield and knocked off his pins after a huge gain. That wraparound draw to southward, and Tennessee did not know it was coming.
They did not. A great play call that time by Kenny Edenfield, the offensive coordinator, just trying to play it safe, and you hope the offensive line opens up the hole and you get southward out in the open field, and a huge play for Troy.
39-yard gain. Now Troy on 1st and 10 looking to throw, and this is incomplete. Let's take a look at that last play here, the Southwood gain.
Tennessee goes with that 3-man front, and there's just huge holes on that defensive line, and Southwood gets in there very fast. That offensive line does a good job of passing guys off and then getting up the field, getting a hat on a hat, and then at that point, it just becomes a foot race for Southwood.
Tennessee's defense has been plagued all year, giving up these huge plays. Complete to Justin Albert. Gain of 11. Now Troy gets out of that big 3rd and 16 hole. Tim, they got a chance to take the lead here.
They do, and their quarterback, Corey Robinson, he's been in these situations many times in his career. This 2-minute drill, he's been a 3-year starter at Troy, so he certainly knows how to handle these situations going into the locker room at halftime and trying to get points on the board.
Blocked down the corner for DJ Taylor. And he takes it to the 27-yard line.
Talked about the maturity of Corey Robinson. Watch the blitz coming off the edge this time by 24 Eric Gordon. Almost a late hit right there, but great recognition that time by Corey Robinson of knowing where the defense was coming from, where they were blitzing, where they were weak, and getting the football out of his hand quickly.
Anthony back in at quarterback. A minute 27 to go before halftime. Jerome Juranovic with all the SEC scores and highlights coming up. Anthony keeps it, runs it right up the middle. 10-5, down to the goal line, touchdown. And Troy takes the lead. What a run by Deion Anthony. Now that was spectacular.
Deion Anthony is a phenomenal athlete and a great play call that time. Just get him out. Tennessee certainly thinking the pass is coming, and they sneak, after Robinson's been in throwing the football, they sneak Anthony into the game and run the quarterback draw to perfection.
A 28-yard touchdown run. Will Scott missed on the PAT just a moment ago. Perfect on this one. And it's a 2-point Troy lead at 30-28.
A.J. Johnson, the middle linebacker, right here. It's man coverage. He's going to run out of here, and it only leaves 4 guys right here in the middle of the field in this Troy defense, and it's wide open. You get it. No, the center pulled out and no one even to block right there because the Tennessee was in man coverage and no one to account for the quarterback, Anthony. He just uses that athletic ability to take it all the way to the end zone.
And that was Ladero McNeil that got run over just shy of the goal line. A 28-yard touchdown run for Deion Anthony, and the Troy Trojans have come to Knoxville. They've put 30 points on the board and lead it by 2. We talked at the top. Elizabeth was commenting about how this Tennessee defense, Tim, has just been gashed all season.
It's been about the big play for Tennessee, and you know they switched to the 3-4 this season, and I think that's a hard transition for a lot of guys switching there. You're talking about asking guys to do things they're not normally used to doing. You're asking guys who are used to playing with their hand on the ground to stand up and play in pass coverage, and I think they're getting exploited a little bit that way, but also on the back end. And, you know, I talked about it as one of the keys for Tennessee at the top of the show was communication, and we've seen a few times on that secondary they've had a lot of miscommunication, and it's led to a lot of big plays for this Troy offense.
There was a penalty on the point after. A personal foul was charged to Tennessee. And so that penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Well, Larry Blakeney has got to be thrilled with the way his club has attacked on the road in an SEC stadium. Well, they are no strangers to playing SEC competition, but it's almost always on the road. That Mississippi State game earlier this year was in Troy, a rare home date against an SEC foe. But they have come to this big building and they have scored 30 points. They averaged 34.5 for the year. Solomon to kick off from the 50. And no chance for a Tennessee return. Coming up on the Toyota halftime report, Jerome Juranovic anchoring things back in Atlanta today. Scores and highlights all the action around the SEC, and not only a surprise here, Tim, in Knoxville, but certainly it has to be considered a surprise what Texas A&M is doing in Starkville.
I think so. I don't think anyone expected that type of game. I thought Texas A&M would go in there and play a really good football game, but I don't think anyone saw them shutting Mississippi State out like they have so far.
The Troy Trojans have scored 20 unanswered points. Lead by 2. Tyler Bray over the middle to Patterson in open space, 50. Breaks a tackle, cuts back, 35, cuts again, still going. Out of bounds. A 57-yard pickup. From the 18, 1st and 10. 57 seconds left. Bray with all kinds of time. Underneath, he goes to Marvin Lane. He's out of bounds at the, let's see, where are they going to mark him out? At the 4. It'll be 1st and goal.
I talked about Corey Robinson, the Troy quarterback, being in these situations many times in his career. Well, Tyler Bray has been in these type of situations as well, and he does what you want to do in a 2-minute drill. Get a completion on the first play just to get the drive going and get it into your playmaker's hands. Patterson obviously with a big play, and he comes back on the second play with a nice check down the lane.
Bray off the fingertips of Justin Hunter. 2nd and goal.
Well, they had it. They had one of those safeties I was talking about that likes to look back into the backfield. Chris Pickett that time looking in the backfield on the play action. He steps up, and it leaves Hunter wide open in the middle of the field. And that's a couple throws, 2 or 3 at least, that we've seen Tyler Bray make in this first half. He would really love to have back.
Bray pumps, throws, incomplete. And once again, Vincent Dallas was down there, but great coverage by Brian Williams. Tyler Bray has thrown for 313 yards. Couldn't get these 4. Great tip away. A timeout. Charge to the Volunteers. How about Patterson? Boy, you get this guy the football. Man, can he make things happen.
He's fun to watch. He's at the top of the screen. He's going to just find a hole in this zone. He's going to sit in. He's the outside receiver. I'm sorry, that was Rogers on the inside, but Patterson comes all the way from the outside. It's just a little slant, and he finds the hole in this Troy zone. And just look at the run after catch ability. These guys can't even give it a hand on him. He's not down in 2-hand touch until he's 55 yards down the field. He finally just runs out of real estate, but what a playmaker.
The 313 yards for Tyler Bray in the first half today is a new Tennessee record for a half. Cordero Patterson has caught 4 balls for 150 yards. The touchdown that he caught put Tennessee on top 7-3 way back in the early stages of the first quarter.
And those 150 yards have been all Patterson, too, run after the catch. They've been curl routes and slant routes. It's not like he's getting down the field on these deep bombs. He's making things happen with the ball in his hand.
We're now up to 720 yards of total offense in this game. And we're not done yet. (30-28) Troy. Tennessee knocking on the door here. 3rd and goal from the 4. Meanwhile, Derek Dooley in conversation with the referee. Is there an announcement coming? No? Now David Smith is going to come over and talk to the linesman. 39 seconds left. It is a clock issue, we're being told. All that to put 2 seconds back on the clock.
All right. And Tennessee really likes to use their tight end, Michael Rivera. Keep an eye on him in this area of the field. He has 3 touchdown catches on the year.
He is lined up to the right side of the formation. To the 1-yard line for Marlin Lane. Tennessee has a timeout in its pocket. Derek Dooley's coming out onto the field. It will be 4th down. Well, so the timeout as the clock winds down. Derek Dooley wants that timeout called at 3 seconds, and he gets it. SEC College Football Saturday is brought to you by South Walton Beach, Florida. Go to visitsouthwalton.com to find your perfect beach. .30-28 Troy, 3 seconds remaining. Tennessee taking that timeout.
Well, Tyler Bray's upset, and I think he's right. I think they should have let him throw the football with the playmakers that this Tennessee offense has. Justin Hunter down in the red zone. Patterson, the tight end. I mentioned Michael Rivera, and you're going to do a draw up the middle. I really feel like Tennessee should have been more aggressive and took a shot to the end zone right there.
Michael Pilardi will be inserted to try a field goal to give Tennessee a 1-point lead. And this will be a 21-yard attempt. And this kick is good. Pilardi, after missing a 39-yarder, connects on a 21-yarder. And Tennessee heads to the locker room with a 1-point lead over Larry Blakeney's Troy State Trojans. 31-30 is our halftime score. A first half that has featured well over 700 yards of total offense. And down to the field with Elizabeth and Coach Dooley.
Coach, you take the lead back at halftime. Defense has been a concern all season long. What were the problems in the first half?
Well, it started out with a lot of penalties early. We had some personal fouls, a PI, some offsides that killed us, which is bad. And then we spit out a couple of draws that are inexcusable. And we got to go correct it, or it's going to be a shootout for 4 quarters.
How do you correct it?
Well, we got to go in there and coach them up and get them to play better.
All right, thank you.
All right.
And Derek makes the long walk to the locker room. A 1-point lead for the Volunteers. 31-30 is our halftime score. Standing by, Jerome Jaranovich scores highlights from around the SEC as our coverage of SEC College. Knoxville, 31-30 Tennessee, as we check out our fans of the game presented by O'Charley's as they are enjoying homecoming here on a beautiful November Saturday on Rocky Top. Bob Rathman, Tim Couch with you here in Knoxville. What a wild first half. 31-30 Tyler Bray. Record-setting first half with 313 yards, but the defense has again been porous.
It's been the story of the season for this Tennessee football team. Tyler Bray and this offense continue to put up huge numbers, but the defense continues to give up huge plays, not only in the pass game, but the run game as well.
Our USAA game summary through the first 30 minutes of football looks like this, with the Trojans scoring on 5 of 7 drives. Southward's run the ball some 9 times for 69 yards. But the story, the Tennessee offense and the Tennessee defense.
That's right. I'm looking forward to seeing the adjustments that Sal Sunseri, the defensive coordinator for Tennessee, is going to make at halftime for his defense. I just don't know what you can do because Troy is doing whatever they want to this Tennessee defense. They're throwing the football underneath. They're breaking tackles for long runs. They're running the football effectively on the edges of this Tennessee defense. So it'll be interesting to see how Tennessee comes out in the second half to try to slow down this Troy offense.
Now, there was a game, Mr. Couch. There was a game back on November 22nd of 1997, and we saw a lot of these same things. The final score was Tennessee 59, Kentucky 31, and Mr. Couch threw for 476 in that one. To get more on the Troy state of affairs, here is Elizabeth.
Thank you. I caught up with Coach Blakeney and I asked him what the biggest key was for the second half, and he said, Elizabeth, we need to tackle somebody, but we also need to do a better job of covering in space. He said, I am proud of my team, though. We keep fighting, we keep battling. He said we get down and then we just keep fighting right back.
And got down they did. It was 28-10 Tennessee, and then Troy ripped off back-to-back touchdowns and a field goal to lead 30-28, and then the late Tennessee field goal put the Vols on top. Big Howard on the return. 20-25 still going out to the 30 and over the 30-yard line. So here come the Volunteers. Tyler Bray. We talked about his sensational first half with a school record 313 yards.
He did such an outstanding job of spreading the football around. He got it to Hunter. He got it to Patterson. Got Rogers involved. Still hadn't got his tight end Rivera involved in this football game, but there's going to be some opportunities now with the success of the two wide receivers on the outside to work the middle of the field with Rivera here in the second half.
Tyler Bray on the handoff to Marlon Lane, and he'll get a couple of yards. We talked about that Tennessee-Kentucky game in '97 that Tim played in against Peyton Manning. Peyton that day threw for 523, which is the Tennessee record. We'll keep an eye on that because the way this first half unfolded, so many snaps, that record may very well be in jeopardy here and belong to Tyler Bray before all is said and done. Tyler goes to the air, and it is a completed pass on the near side, and that is going to be a first down for Tennessee as Pig Howard made the grab. The true freshman from Orlando, Florida, goes at 5'8", but a dynamite package of offense out to the 42-yard line. Seven-yard gain. Jeb the tackler. 35. Out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Marlon Lane, finally pushed out by Miller, has come up with a big play for Tennessee of 37 yards.
The blocking of this Tennessee offensive line. Look at this, and Marlon Lane using the vision to get to the outside, but the left side of that offensive line, Dallas Thomas, the left guard, the left tackle, Antonio Richardson, opening up a huge hole for Marlon Lane.
Got his first career start in the Alabama game. Ran the ball for 55, caught 48 yards worth of passing. To the 18 for Rajon Neal. That is a gain of 3. Neal back in the Tennessee lineup today after missing the last 2 games against Alabama and South Carolina with the injured left ankle. 2nd and 7. And a whistle blows the play dead, a flag from the far side. Our referee is David Smith.
False start, 74 offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
The man they call tiny, 6'6", 325, Antonio Richardson.
Not so tiny, huh?
He really played a whale of a game last week.
He did. That was impressive.
Davion Clowney. Remembered, unfortunately, for that last play, the fumble cost Tennessee a chance, but he contained Clowney better than anybody has this season. Lane again, pounds it down to the 14. Davon Terry with the tackle for Troy. Tennessee, we talk about Troy moving the ball on the Tennessee defense. Well, Tyler Bray has not had much trouble at all getting this thing down the field. Tyler has guided Tennessee down. They've scored on every possession less one in that first half. Again, Tennessee sticking it on the ground. Derek Upshaw led the defensive charge for Troy, a junior college transfer from Darien, Georgia. Big man at 6'3", 290.
Once again, right before the half, we saw Tennessee elect to run the football on a 3rd and short. They come out here on the first drive of the second half, and they try to run it again on a 3rd and 3. I think with the success that Tennessee's having with Tyler Bray throwing the football, you got to let him drop back and throw it on those situations.
Michael Palardy with a 32-yard attempt. And this one is good. Palardy knocks in his 2nd field goal of the game. Now Troy gets it back. Trailing 4 in Knoxville.
With 160 more miles per tank, the distances aren't getting shorter. The trucks are going farther. The new 2013 Ram 1500. With the best-in-class fuel economy, engineered to move heaven and earth. Guts, glory, Ram.
The 2012 college basketball season tips off in a big way. Live from the flight deck of the USS Midway. Syracuse and San Diego State collide in a highly anticipated showdown. Northrop Grumman presents The Battle on the Midway, Friday.
This week on Fox NFL Sunday. RG3 leads the Redskins into a shootout with Cam Newton and the Panthers. It's another great slate of NFL action, only on Fox. Classic NHL, classic Predators. Relive some of the most exciting hockey games in Nashville Predators history.
The Predators rush the ice.
Predators Golden Classics, Tuesdays at 8 on Fox Sports Tennessee.
On the next SEC Gridiron Live, we look at a couple big SEC matchups.
Will the Aggies be able to hold back the Tide? Can Mississippi State tame the Tigers?
All of us will look at all of that on the next SEC Gridiron Live.
Presented by O'Charley's. Today, ACC football is on Fox Sports South. The Eagles look to ignite an offensive attack against a Deacon defense ready for battle. Boston College, Wake Forest. Today at 3:30 on Fox Sports South. Brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Tennessee up by 4 now, 34-30. Our GMC video vault takes us back to last year's Tennessee Vanderbilt game. This one went overtime. You're looking at Eric Gordon, number 24. This is in the extra session. The pick, and after video review, it was ruled to be a touchdown that ended this game in Tennessee's favor. The first defensive TD to win an overtime game since 05. You heard that whistle. The linesman was faked out. He thought Gordon's knee had touched the ground. It did not on review, and the play stood. Tennessee won it here 27-21. And the Vandy game this year, a couple of weeks in Nashville. Eric Gordon on special teams, and here comes the Tennessee kick, and this one's going to dribble out of bounds for a penalty. So Palardy's field goal of 32 yards makes it 34-30 Volunteers. And now the question that you raised at halftime, what, if any, adjustments?
Illegal kick out of bounds on the offense. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
What adjustments can and will this Volunteer defense make to slow down this Troy offense?
You know, a lot of it to me is fundamental issues. I see guys taking bad pursuit angles in the secondary to make tackles, guys missing tackles in space. So it's a fundamental thing that's going on with this Tennessee defense. Bad gap control in the run game as well. We've seen some big runs, especially on 3rd and longs. It's kept drives alive. So Tennessee just has to come out and tighten up on their discipline and their technique and improve their defense in the second half.
Another SEC team's having problems out of conference. Arkansas losing to Tulsa 15-13. Here's a play up the middle and a solid run over the 40 to the 41-yard line. A 6-yard gain. This is the Volunteers and taking a look at what has happened today versus their season numbers. And Troy has been very impressive with their ability to consistently move the football.
I think the biggest thing that jumps out to me about that is no sacks. They have to start getting some pressure on Corey Robinson, or he's going to continue to pick them apart.
Robinson on a quarterback keeper to the 43, needs to get to the 45 for a first down. Herman Lathers with the latest Tennessee tackle. Tennessee forced 2 punts back-to-back, one at the end of the first quarter and another at the beginning of the second. But that's been it. Troy has scored on their other 5 opportunities. They scored 17 unanswered at one point. Deion Anthony back in. The Trojans 4 for 8 on 3rd down today. 3rd and 2 here as we get this 3rd quarter rolling from Knoxville. A hole and a first down for Justin Albert.
I continue to be impressed with this Troy offensive line, the way they're handling this bigger, much bigger Tennessee defensive front. Their offensive line coach, John Schlarman, who was a teammate of mine at Kentucky in his 6th season here at Troy as the offensive line coach, does a great job of coaching these guys up and their blocking schemes, and they're doing a great job of keeping the Tennessee defenders off of Corey Robinson and also opening up holes in the run game as well.
Running the gap. They pick up the blitz. The throw comes down the sideline. Caught! Oh, what a grab by Chip Reeves. Boy, that was a big league catch right there. And Dan Gray, the true freshman, taking some more punishment.
Well,
nothing anybody could do with that.
No, that's just perfect throw right there. You can't defend that. Dan Gray, as we said at the top of the show, they're going to take shots at him down the field, especially with their big play guy, Chip Reeves, and Corey Robinson continues to throw beautiful throws down the sideline.
Anthony at quarterback. Corner blitz. And the handoff from Sean Southwood. Jaquez Smith, the tackle.
Look at the matchup down here at the bottom of the screen. It's just a straight go route. He beats him with speed, and it's not bad coverage by Dan Gray that time, but just the perfect throw. You can't defend the perfect throw. You hit that receiver right on that outside shoulder. Nothing the defensive back can do about it.
Coming out of the game, Volunteers with an injured line, but that's Salisbury. Travera Salisbury came limping out. He's down on the Tennessee sideline. Meanwhile, Troy going back to work and down to the 18-yard line to the 16. As the grab is made by Chris Williams. A pickup of 6 more yards. So much of the same, Tim, that we're seeing for Troy. Just Tennessee can't stop them.
Right, and I'm impressed with the knowledge of the system and what Tennessee is trying to do to him. Corey Robinson is on the same page with his wide receivers. Tennessee that time brought a safety blitz to the side, to the right side of Robinson. He recognizes it, finds the one-on-one matchup on the outside.
Robinson looking over the middle and complete to Reeves. He takes it down to the 4-yard line. Chip Reeves, the 5th-year senior.
And Tennessee is trying different things here in the second half, trying to get to the quarterback. They've brought safety blitzes. They've brought linebacker blitzes on this first possession for Troy. They just can't get there. So great job of that offensive line once again in pass protection.
We've got that matchup again at the bottom of your screen. Reeves, the senior, against the true freshman. Meanwhile, the handoff goes to Sean Southwood. He's been running northward most of the day. A.J. Johnson, the tackle. To the 3. It will be 2nd and goal. Touchdown gives Troy the lead.
Look for Troy to move the pocket this time with Deion Anthony. Get him out to the spread out on the right. Let him throw the football.
Crossing route at the goal line. Touchdown, Eric Thomas. And Troy goes in front, 36-34.
That's a matchup they've used several times in the red zone so far today. Eric Thomas matched up on Justin Coleman, and Deion Anthony You worry about his running ability in this area of the field, and Troy continues to throw the football with him down here, throwing accurate footballs in the red zone.
Will Scott. And it got through there. Good for the PAT. Boy, Chip Reeves with a spectacular catch. Kept the drive alive, and that set up the touchdown pass from Deion Anthony to Eric Thomas. Troy in front.
It takes someone special to wear a college football uniform. Besides a passion for the game itself, it requires dedicated commitment, intense preparation, and pure, raw talent. But we're not talking about what players wear. We're talking about what fans wear. Little ones like these. And they're really into it.
Mascot wear.
Man, these Sonic flat mounts are really bringing me and my taste buds closer together.
Oh, that's nice. You guys are close.
It's like we're not even taste buds. We're taste bros.
Oh, okay.
It's like we all went through some real cool nature experience together, but things didn't get weird.
Is the point of this that I'm not in on it?
You make your own relationships. You seek out your own peer group, man. I found mine.
A barbecue feast in the palm of your hand. New Hickory flat melt sandwiches. And save room for creamy cheesecake bites. This is how you Sonic.
Find your magic at the men's store at Macy's, because we've got a game plan to help you put it all together. Discover all the options you need to dress up. The hottest trends, the designers you want, suits and suit separates, dress pants, dress shirts and ties. It's all here. Go casual and score with sportswear, denim, sweaters and shoes. Because when the game's on the line, that's when you have to look your best. Putting it all together, that's the magic of Macy's.
CPI Security's InTouch system puts you in control of your security and home. With the push of a button, InTouch can arm your system, lock your doors, control your thermostat and lights. Through text and video notifications, InTouch gives you real-time knowledge and keeps you connected to what matters most. Call today to install the CPI InTouch system for free, and we'll include an interior video camera and an InTouch thermostat. Call CPI Security now, and we'll include a second thermostat free.
Welcome back to the Atlanta studios. I'm Jerome Jurenovich with this Coors Light game break. Unlike up in Knoxville, hardly any scoring in Gainesville. Andrew Baggett's 25-yarder denied by Luche Purifoy. Missouri, Florida still tied at 7 late in the third. Back up to Knoxville with Bob, Tim, and Elizabeth.
Okay, Jerome, certainly a surprising score from the Swamp. Florida's turnover problems continue for a second consecutive week. You're looking at Eric Thomas, who just caught the touchdown pass. Deion Anthony, as they split the quarterbacking time between he and Robinson. Anthony has rushed for 1 touchdown, and he has now thrown for 2 scores. And Troy leads this one 37-34. They won't kick it deep. Upman takes it to the 31 to about the 43-yard line. SEC College Football Saturday is brought to you by Hyundai, by Coors Light, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by Ram Trucks. In a game that's featured 847 yards of total offense, Troy leads Tennessee 37-34. 7:27 to go, third quarter. Rajon Neal is the running back with quarterback Tyler Bray. They fake the play action and throw it down the sideline. It's too long for Justin Hunter. Tim, you've been in shootouts like this. There are days, not to pick on the Tennessee defense at all, but there are just some days when it's not working for your defense. It happens to several good defenses during the course of a season. Does that put a little extra pressure on you as a quarterback and an offense to say, guys, we've got to score every time we got the football?
Well, it definitely does. And I remember the game you were talking about when I was playing against Peyton Manning in that football game, and we couldn't stop him, and he threw for over 500 yards in that football game. So no doubt about it, every time I took the field, I felt like I had to go down and score as a quarterback or we had no chance.
Nice hold. And good running for Neal. Tennessee has been lacking a big play from their running game.
Right, and this is what Derek Dooley talked to us about. He wants to see more of this from his running backs. Make guys miss out in the open field. That play right there was just a great job of that offensive line.
Gray throws. Nice comeback catch at the 18-yard line by Justin Hunter. That picks up 9. It will be 2nd down and 1.
Let's see what Tennessee does here in the red zone. The last couple possessions, they've had no problem getting to the red zone, but the drives have stalled. Let's see if they get a little more aggressive this time.
3 straight field goal attempts, and they missed 1. Neal to the 18.
We'll set up another 3rd and short, and the last 2 times they've been in this situation, they've elected to run the football. We'll see if they'll go with a little play action and allow Tyler Bray to try to find one of those tight ends down the middle of this Troy defense.
We've got Zach Rogers wide at the top. The 2 tight set, Rivera the bottom side tight end. They do stick it on the ground and to the 14-yard line for the 1st down. Tyler Bray now coming out as the wide. And it will be Pig Howard in the Wildcat quarterback spot. Howard looking to turn that corner. Shakes 1 tackler and gets it down to the 5-yard line. Now let's see. About a 9-yard gain. See what happened at the end of the play here. The strip. Ooh, I don't know about that one. The officials on the field ruled that he was down. They're not going to stop the game for a video review. Now they are.
Tyler tried to get the ball off before
I
they could
had
do
a
it.
feeling they were going to take a look at that one.
Timeout. Troy. Their first charge timeout.
It's a call timeout by Troy. Interesting. Mike McGinnis is our replay official tonight. And Larry Blakeney says, wait a minute, we want to challenge that one.
That's right. That was very close. It was a good call by you seeing that at the end. We'll see if the ball is moving as he's going to the ground here. That football is moving. He's trying to gather control of that. I don't think he has possession of it as he's going to the ground. I think that's probably a fumble.
Troy picked it up now.
Troy did recover the football. But as he's going down, he does not have control of that football. It's switching hands, and that ball's out. I think that's going to be Troy's ball.
Wow, wouldn't that be a amazing turn of events? So as the replay official in the booth here takes a look at it, you get the same look that we're sharing with the replay official here. I think that ball's out, and you see Troy falling on it here as Brian Willis came up with a fumble recovery.
That's number 47, the linebacker Eli Canton, that came in and stripped that football.
Well, we just have a quick second as you take a look one more time.
You see right there, he does not have possession. As he's going to the ground, that ball is separated from his hands. He's trying to get it back as he goes to the ground, and in the contact from the ground, the ball pops out, but he doesn't have control of the football.
This is our final telecast of the season here on SEC College Football Saturday. I want to thank a couple of special guys up here in the booth. Joe McNish, who does our stats. Skip McMillan, our spotter. Thank you, gentlemen, for a great season of work. And the best, Joe, to your dad, Bob McNish, who's watching the game at home today, 80 years young and recovering from hip replacement surgery. So all the best to Robert McNish, and all the best to the family. We are waiting for the decision. These guys on pins and needles about it too. This is a big turnover if it goes Troy's way at the 5-yard line, with Troy leading by 3, 37-34. Maybe they should install chimneys and we'll have like a white puff of smoke. We have our decision. We think. Yes, we do. And the world awaits.
After further review, the runner was not down when he fumbled. It was a fumble recovered by Troy on the 4-yard line. First down, Troy.
Well, the replay officials saw the same thing. We saw the ball moving right there in Pig Howard's hand as he goes to the ground, and a huge turnover for Troy. And the last thing that this Tennessee defense wanted to do was walk back out on the field. They have no answers right now for this Troy offense.
The first turnover of the game, and Troy gets it back and with the lead intact, 37-34. The ball will be spotted down at the 4-yard line.
Please reset the game clock to 5:18. 5:18.
What's your play calling instincts telling you right now?
Well, I think you may take a chance right here, especially if Tennessee's going to be aggressive with these safeties and try to stop the run on first down to maybe set up, try to get the ball back with good field position here. I think you take a shot down the field the way Chip Reeves has been able to get off the line of scrimmage on these Tennessee defensive backs. Maybe take a shot down the field at him.
Reeves is at the bottom of your screen, just below the play clock there at 23-22. And down the field they go. Incomplete, looking for Reeves.
Well, they had him, and that time they had number 23, the senior that time, Prentice Wagner, lined up on him. They didn't like the matchup, obviously, with Dan Gray, the way that's been going. So they take the chance with Chip Reeves coming off their own end zone here, and they had him. He had a couple steps on the route, and that's one of the first times that we've seen Corey Robinson overthrow Reeves.
On 2nd and 10. Taylor stacked up. They'll give him 2 to the 6. A.J. Johnson led the orange attack. So now a 3rd and 8.
They've been good on 3rd down all day. They've mixed it up really well. They've thrown the football on 3rd and 8. They've also, we saw the wraparound draw also that went for a first down on a 3rd and long as well earlier in the first half.
From his end zone, the pass play is complete. 30-35, and they're out of a big hole again. Eric Thomas just jumped up, had 2 steps on his defender, Justin Coleman, and it was a big pass play one more time.
It's the matchup at the top of the screen. Eric Thomas again working on Justin Coleman. They blow the coverage, and Robinson does a good job of just putting the football on him. If he would have led him a little bit, it probably would have went for a touchdown, but I like the decision. When you get a guy that wide open, especially on a 3rd down situation, just secure, make sure he catches the football, put it right on him.
Stepping up, quick flip to the outside, and B.J. Chitty taken down at the 40-yard line by Justin Coleman. Laid pressure on Corey Robinson. A loss of 4.
Robinson got hit that time. That's one of the first times that Tennessee was able to get to him.
There was a flag. Was it a late hit?
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike 94 on the defense, unsportsmanlike 77 on the offense. Those fouls offset will be 2nd down.
So 94 is Centimore, the defensive end, and I think he takes a shot right here on the quarterback, Corey Robinson. I don't think the center, number 77, Kyle Wilburn, liked that very much, and he comes over and retaliates.
So Centimore comes out of the game on 2nd down and 13. Once again, the draw and getting through, turning it into a nice gain is Justin Albert. They have run this play repeatedly with great success.
They have, and Corey Robinson does a good job of selling the pass. As he goes back, he shows the ball to the linebackers, which gets, you see A.J. Johnson, number 45, right there in the middle of the field. Gets him to take a few steps back and allow that center, number 77, Kyle Wilburn, to get that block.
Deion Anthony back in. Third and 1. Big hole to the outside. First down, Troy and DJ Taylor. 5-yard pickup. Coming up on the 3-minute mark of the period. First down for Troy. The Trojans 8 of 12 on third down.
Been really impressive on third down.
Let's take a look at the Regions Bank trivia after the play. And again, running room for Deion Anthony to the 32-yard line. Here's our Regions Bank trivia. Larry Blakeney, one of 2 active coaches with a home field named after him. Can you name the other? We'll have the answer in just a little while. 2:25 and counting. Second down and short. This is the most points that Troy has scored against an SEC team. The previous high was 36 against Georgia. Swing it to the outside, and Taylor to the 26. And another first down for Troy.
Good decision by Corey Robinson that time. There were some matchups that he probably liked out on the outside. Chip Reeves had a one-on-one situation on a go route down at the bottom of the screen, but being second and short, he does the smart thing and just gets the football to Taylor to keep this drive alive.
That is the 25th first down for Troy. And Tennessee guilty of offsides. They were trying to bring the heat.
False start. 55.
Nope, drawn offsides this time.
5-yard penalty.
It looked like Tennessee had gone into the neutral zone.
Right, there was A.J. Johnson in there. That blitz they've been trying to run all day, and getting him in the center of that offensive line, and Phillips trying to get a jump to get the block on. Johnson jumped early. See A.J. in the line of scrimmage. He's lined up right here.
Short of the line, yep.
He's short of the line, yeah.
It's a great look down on the field. 37-34 Troy. First and 15. Quick throw. Finds Eric Thomas. Thrown to the Shield Watkins Field after a 7-yard gain.
Tennessee, once again, they're trying everything. They brought 7 guys on a blitz right there, a double-edged blitz. They can't get to Robinson, though. He's reading and diagnosing what Tennessee's trying to do, and he's getting rid of the football way too quickly for Tennessee to apply any pressure.
Sideline. Incomplete. No flags. Trying to find Eric Thomas. Coleman defending.
Coleman may have got away with a little bit of a hold right here. He's all over Eric Thomas, and that's that matchup that's been happening to to Coleman, I'm sorry, throughout this football game. They really like Thomas going down the field on Coleman.
Looking, throwing, complete at the 19-yard line. No, they say out of bounds. That was Chandler Worthy. Eric Gordon defending. So it's a 4th down coming.
And Chandler was bobbling this football a little bit as he was going to the ground. It was going to be short of a first down anyway for Troy.
Now Troy looking to add to its lead. Will Scott, who hit a 52-yarder at Florida Atlantic last weekend is on to try a 41-yard attempt here. And this kick is good. It made it through the left upright. That came out funny.
It did.
But
it's effective, though.
Like they say on Broadway, all's well that ends well. Not the prettiest field goal we've ever seen.
Over the last 5 years, Kia's been the fastest growing car company in America. It's because we've redesigned our entire lineup to be better than ever before. And because the Optima is the most appealing midsize car. Plus, the Soul was ranked highest in initial quality by J.D. Power and Associates. In other words, Kia is America's fastest growing car company for good reason. So come in today to see all that Kia has to offer. And right now, lease the 2013 Optima LX for $199 a month.
Every great tailgate begins at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Welcome to Tailgate U. Let me show you how to get it done. This grill is mobile enough for home and away games. Roll it, lift it, and celebrate the win.
For a guy that didn't spend much time on the bench, you sure know how to pick a comfortable chair, Emmett.
It's all about comfort and style. Rain or shine.
Get tailgating apparel and gear for an everyday low price.
This is an O'Charley's table. Oak, solid, gets the job done. That's Southern fried chicken drizzled with honey. Now that table's a flavor alter. How about hand-seasoned Santa Fe tilapia? Tides are turning on this table. And howdy, cowboy sirloin. Throw some wheels on this thing and it turns into a chuck wagon. And here's the bill. Everything's $9.99. All day, every day. The O'Charley's $9.99er. 9 meals, 1 price, 0 compromises. Only at O'Charley's.
Everyone has a dream, but sometimes your future can be a bit hard to see. That's why the principal created the Dreamcatcher, a new online tool to help imagine the life you want someday in pictures. You can organize, prioritize, and plan. Then, with more than 130 years' experience, we can manage your investments to help make your dream reality. Visit dreamagain.com or ask your advisor. It's time to dream again with the principal.
Welcome back to Knoxville, where Troy is leading Tennessee 40-34. Fans, join Tim and I this Wednesday night on SEC Gridiron Live, 10 Eastern on Fox Sports South. This week, we will be talking the big Texas A&M Alabama game. What will Johnny Football do against Bama's stingy defense? We will preview Mississippi State at LSU. As always, bring you our O'Charley's O moments. You can see which movie quotes James and Tim will bust out for those. And the guys will pick their winners for Week 11. That's SEC Gridiron Live Wednesday at 10 Eastern.
I'm not so concerned about the movie quotes. I want to see what Bates is going to wear next week.
That's always a question. Last week was pretty special with about 8 shades of orange on for Halloween. But, yeah, we try to get as many movie quotes as we can. A lot of Bobby Boucher references going on in the old moments for James and I.
And over under is going to be returned by Patterson. And a good tackle and a penalty flag. Just 28 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Troy with a 6-point lead. The Trojans taking over on that fumble at the 5-yard line that was reversed on video review. That led to a 42-yard field goal by Will Scott. There's 2 flags on the play. Troy and head coach Larry Blakeney, they have scored on 5 consecutive possessions spanning the 2 halves.
During the return, holding number 6 on the return team. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike, number 41 on Tennessee. Also on number 9 on the kicking team. Those fouls offset.
So the nightmare for Derek Dooley today continues as we check our Crystal game summary.
Deion Anthony, how effective he's been in replace of Robinson. Just kind of a change of pace quarterback for them. 7 out of 10, over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the efficiency of this Troy offense. And Tennessee, their first 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. The last 5, only 2 field goals. And that turnover that Bob mentioned earlier that led to another Troy field goal.
Marlon Lane upended as he crossed the 10, picks up 3, and gets it out to the 13-yard line. That will be the penultimate play of this quarter. Now the Bray backs his entire team off the line. Now they get set. To the sideline. And they are saying, I believe that's going to be overruled. No. They're going to give him the catch. The Troy bench was screaming that he was out of bounds. That's Patterson. It is a 14-yard gain. And that will be the end of the third quarter.
Patterson working on the out pattern. See if he got his feet down. Yeah, he actually got both feet down and secured the catch as he was going out of bounds.
So, 15 minutes for Larry Blakeney and the Trojans to pull the upset in Knoxville. We head to the fourth quarter.
Your first move doesn't happen on the field. It happens before your opponent even sees you. It can leave you hanging, steal your spark. Your first move can jeopardize everything you've worked for. Or fuel it. Your first move can set up your success before you've even played the game.
Carb energy to fuel athletes. Gatorade Prime, part of the G Series.
Buying a Kia is always a smart move, but right now, it's even smarter. Presenting the Kia Smart Move sales event. J.D. Power and Associates just ranked the Soul highest in its class in initial quality, and the Optima is the most appealing midsize car. It's helped make Kia America's fastest growing car company. With all this, it's clear that buying a Kia is a smart move. One you'll feel really good about. The 2013 Kia Sorento, official vehicle of the SEC.
The special teams battle should be
Put the Fox game on.
Today as junior punter.
These two teams like to fight, and they're not.
Dude, this is awesome.
It's the Gus effect. Makes everything more exciting.
Averaging 45 yards per punt, which should provide
in front of him.
Offensive line.
Can he get there?
Conference in
down the side.
Provide a good lift in the position.
Sideline.
Really?
Carry.
Sorry.
Still running. Down the
Still here.
Hey, Ben.
Touchdown. Wow.
This week on Fox NFL Sunday, RG3 leads the Redskins into a shootout with Cam Newton and the Panthers. It's another great slate of NFL action, only on Fox. Classic NHL, classic Predators. Relive some of the most exciting hockey games in Nashville Predators history.
The Predators rush the ice.
Predators Golden Classics, Tuesdays at 8 on Fox Sports Tennessee. Today, ACC football is on Fox Sports South. The Eagles look to ignite an offensive attack against a Deacon defense ready for battle. Boston College, Wake Forest. Today at 3:30 on Fox Sports South. Brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
So, you think you can beat us?
The new college football show is teamed up with Athlon Sports to let you go head-to-head against Bates and Bowden on their weekly football picks.
I still want to beat you, and I'm coming after you.
Just click it, pick it, and watch the show to see if you've won. Log on to thenewcollegefootballshow.com to get started.
40-34 Troy as we start the fourth. Our Principal Financial Group edge of the game. We've snapped the ball 122 times in 3 quarters. The two teams have combined for 993 yards of offense. Kyler Bray goes to work, and a completed pass to the 33-yard line to Michael Rivera, the tight end. 6-yard pickup. Bray through 3 has thrown for 355. Goes over the middle this time to Patterson. Cordero breaks a tackle. Good recovery by Troy on the corner, but it is a gain to the 45-yard line. Trowick the tackle.
He's the inside receiver as he comes across the middle. Just finds another hole in that Troy zone. No one covers him. They had him matched up on the linebacker 33, Tyler Roberts, initially, but it's a zone, so he passed him off, and no one was in the middle of the field, and the playmaker continues to make plays for Tennessee.
First and 10. Lane. To the Troy 46. 10 yards on first down. That will move the chains. Lane again. Caught from behind, but another pickup of sizable yardage. Mark Wilson got him around the waist. Down to the 37-yard line of Troy. Lane coming out for a breather. 16 carries, 117 yards. Neal back in. Gray looks to throw. And a completed pass out at the 25. Mark it at the 24 to Vincent Dallas. SEC College Football Saturday from Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. A 3-touchdown underdog Troy leading Tennessee 40-34. But the Vols are on the move. Gray floats it. Touchdown Tennessee. Rajon Neal. What a touch on that pass.
Yeah, that's the same play they missed earlier in the first quarter, I believe it was, where Tyler Bray overthrew Rajon Neal, lined up on the linebacker at 47, Eli Canton. That time, perfect throw from Tyler Bray.
And that ties the game. Pilardi to attempt the PAT. This to give the Volunteers a 1-point lead, and he's got it. This is our ZMAX Performance Play of the game. Tyler Bray with his 4th touchdown pass.
Here's Rajon Neal lined up in the backfield. He's going to come out on a wheel route in number 47. Eli Canton's going to try to cover him, and that's just, he takes a step to the inside, and that's all that Neal needed to use his speed and get up the field on Canton. And a perfect throw from Bray. Talked about he missed him earlier in the first half. That time he puts the football right on the chest of Rajon Neal. And he said, I told you to let me throw it in the red zone. We can get touchdowns instead of field goals.
41-40 Tennessee. That Tennessee drive consumed 90 yards. 8 plays in a minute 50. Up now to 411 yards in passing. And right behind Peyton's high water marks of 523 and 492. He must have been unbelievable in that game against you in 97.
Oh, he was. Yeah, I mean, just seemed like every time he dropped back to throw it, it was a big play. And Marcus Nash and Joey Kent and all those big wide receivers that he had, he was great that game.
Worthy on the return. Good job of keeping his feet out to the 20. So again, the question before the faithful here, can the Tennessee defense come up with a stop? 5 consecutive scoring drives for the Troy Trojans. Tennessee trying to protect a 1-point lead at 41-40. This crowd wants it to happen. Trying to rally behind the defense. DJ Taylor is in this offset. They're going to shovel this one. Running around is Worthy. He's in big trouble. And down he goes. That's going to be a loss of 8. Prentice Wagner finished him off.
Kurt Magid made this play, the linebacker on the outside right there. He misses the tackle initially, but he forces Chandler Worthy to run around and try to make something out of nothing for that Troy offense. But Tennessee, the pursuit coming from the inside for a huge loss on first down.
2nd and 17. Inside shovel. And it will gain only 2 yards. DJ Taylor. Jaron Toney the tackle. Our Regions Bank trivia question. talked about Larry Blakeney has the field named after him. The other coach who has the same honor is none other than a man who's up for Coach of the Year honors, Bill Snyder at Kansas State. Third down and 15. Looking for Reeves. He's got it. And another first down for Troy. Boy, this kid's amazing. Chip Reeves.
Working on Prentice Wagner that time again. It's a single high safety that time for Tennessee, leaving one-on-one on the outside. And I don't know why that Tennessee continues to leave Chip Reeves one-on-one on any of their defensive backs. He's burnt Prentice Wagner many times. He's burnt Dan Gray. Whoever they decide to put on Chip Reeves, he continues to make plays. That's a third down and 16. You just scored. You're up 1 point in the fourth quarter. I think you have to roll a safety to his side.
A reverse coming. Quarterback with a block. Tennessee has got this covered. Reeves tries to turn it. Now he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. This was the big bomb to Reeves to get him out of the hole.
You see the press coverage and a single safety in the middle of the field. That means no one over the top right there. And Corey Robinson does a good job of holding the safety in the middle of the field, allowing that room to throw that football into Chip Reeves.
So after back-to-back plays, Reeves comes out, and for Tennessee, Eric Gordon is shaken up. The ball at the Tennessee 44-yard line and a timeout on the field. 11:35 to play. Tennessee by 1. We'll be right back.
For all those times when it's just you and your trailer. For all those times when the job demands that you stay connected. For those times when nothing comes between you and the game. We offer our best Sierra ever. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 when you trade up to Sierra. Or trade up to get a total value of $8,000 on this specially equipped Sierra.
Quiznos chef, toasting up some flavor. Smoky and sweet. The Baja Chicken. Try a small right now for $3.99 at Quiznos. Toasty.
Get the most out of your engine with a product that's scientifically proven to work. Z-Max, a micro lubricant that removes engine deposits and soaks into metal. That creates less friction and heat, which gives your engine more of the good stuff. Better gas mileage, lower emissions, increased horsepower, reduced wear on vital engine parts. Tested, proven performance. But don't take our word for it. Test it yourself. If you're looking to get the most out of your engine, then you're looking for Z-Max. Z-Max. It's in the science. Available at Walmart.
I love oranges, but I also love apples. And man, sometimes I might even go nuts and have a kiwi. But that's why I love Direct Auto Insurance. They're like a fruit salad, full of variety and flavor. If I need to buy insurance, renew my policy, or just pay my bill, I can use my phone, the online, or just walk into a store. You think that's amazing? I could pay by check, credit card, or cold hard cash. Call, click, or come in today.
Set your fall fun into overtime with a visit to South Walton, Florida. Sugar white sandy beaches and turquoise Gulf waters await you in our 15 unique Florida beach neighborhoods. Go to visitsouthwalton.com and find your perfect beach.
SEC College Football Saturday is presented by Coors Light. Bob Rathbun, Tim Couch, Elizabeth Morrow, and our great crew from Knoxville, as Tennessee is trying to hold on to this 1-point lead. Deion Anthony, he and Corey Robinson have alternated at quarterback for Troy, and they have been sensational. Anthony diving to get that first down at the Tennessee 38.
Well, both of those quarterbacks have been sensational, Bob, and Chip Reeves has been as well. He becomes the first player in Troy history with 4 100-yard receiving games in a season. He now has 5 for 144 in this one.
And looking his way deep down the sideline into double coverage this time, and incomplete. So Tennessee finally changing it up.
Right, they finally worked the safety over the top right here. You see number 23, Prentice Wagner, asking, are you going to help me over the top? And here comes the safety, number 3, Byron Moore, working over there because he was going to be beat again. Prentice Wagner was beat off the line of scrimmage, and luckily for Tennessee, they had the safety over the top that time to force the overthrow.
Now Robinson in at quarterback. To the sideline, and a sensational grab by Justin Albert. He was airborne as he made that grab, hit by the Tennessee defender.
Where Robinson can really sling the football. When he decides to let it go, it comes out of his hand with a lot of velocity and a lot of accuracy.
Down to the Tennessee 31-yard line. It's a 3rd down and 3. What are you thinking here, Tim?
Well, I think you got to continue to do what you do. You know, you got Deion Anthony in the game, and he's been able to run the football effectively in these situations, or he's been able to throw the football on the outside. He likes to work the ball to Eric Thomas.
They fake the end around. And this, I believe, is going to have enough distance for the 1st down. That time, for the Trojans, it was Jared Lee who caught that ball. They're going to ask for the chains.
It's going to be close. I think he's going to get this by about the length of the football, it looks like, from up here.
Clock stops at 10:17 for the measurement. 41-40 Volunteers. Short by that much. Decision time for Larry Blakeney.
Yeah, I think you go for this if you're Troy. You've been able to run the football so effectively, especially with Deion Anthony in a game. You're down on the road to an SEC football team. You're down 1 point, 4th and inches. You have to trust the way that offensive line's been playing, and Deion Anthony's been running, and Sean Southwood as well, DJ Taylor. These guys, you have to trust them, put them on the field, go for this.
Volunteer fans trying to rally the D. 4th and inches. DJ Taylor, 31, joins Deion Anthony. Overloaded to the left. And I don't think he got it. Centimore stood him up, and Tennessee's going to get the football back. They're going to take time now for an injured player.
See the unbalanced line here from Troy. They try to slide DJ Taylor, number 31, over to that left side and load up all their size to the left side, but Tennessee played it well.
Corey Woodle was the injured Troy player, and the Volunteers hold on 4th and inches.
Great job by that Tennessee defensive front. Darrington Centimore, huge stop for Tennessee.
.10:07 left. Volunteers by 1. Lane. Oh, nearly broke it. A great tackle by Chris Pickett.
Boy, you're right about that. If Chris Pickett, the safety, doesn't make that arm tackle on Lane, he's still running right now.
Gain of 6 to the 35. End around to Patterson. To the 49, 1st down, Tennessee. Mr. Big Play up to it again.
Right, they just bad contain on the backside. Number 56, Jacoby Thomas, goes down inside on the play fake instead of playing contain on the outside, and they get Patterson the football out in open space.
Patterson shaken up on that Tennessee sideline. 28th Tennessee first down. Zach Rogers is in now as the wideout to the top of your screen. The handoff to Lane. No gain. Marty Statham, backup defensive end, with the tackle.
Looks like Tennessee's committed to trying to run the football on this drive. So far, 3 straight runs.
Tyler Bray throwing, and this one wide of Justin Hunter.
Miscommunication between Bray and Hunter that time. I think the linebacker buzzing out to the flats, Davon Terry, kind of scared Tyler Bray off that throw a little bit, and he wanted Hunter to stay wider on the curl pattern, and Hunter working back inside of that defense.
Well, here's a big play for both teams here. Tennessee looking to convert a 3rd and 10. Troy trying to get the ball back.
Troy's deciding to play man-to-man coverage right here. An opportunity for a big play for Tennessee.
Tyler Bray throwing near sideline. Broken up. As coming through for the secondary was Brian Willis, the cornerback. Reached around, knocked that ball away.
Let's see if there was any contact on the route. Brian Willis staying right with Cordero Patterson, and he's all over him. That's just great coverage. And you got the Patterson, the biggest playmaker for Tennessee, on the outside on 3rd and long. You think he's probably going to go deep on the route, but Brian Willis does a great job of sitting on that route and getting a hand on the football.
The second Tennessee punt of the game by Pilardi. Justin Albert secures it at the 9-yard line. 8:39 to play, 4th quarter. Troy with the ball when we come back.
When forced to adapt to extreme environments, a spontaneous change in DNA can occur. A change that spawns unexpected power and agility. Introducing the all-new, all-powerful Gator RSX 850i. 62 horsepower, a fully independent multi-link suspension, and a top speed of 53 miles per hour. It's a whole new species of Gator. See it in action at johndeere.com/Gator.
It starts with an Equus delivered to your front door. It continues with an offer that gets you back on the road in no time. And driving an Equus means you'll never have to interrupt your day for service. So if time really is money, you just earned yourself a healthy bonus.
I want a cheeseburger with bacon and portobello mushrooms. Have you had lunch yet?
No.
That's the power of Wendy's new hot and melty bacon portobello melt.
Now that's better.
Why not make lunch more than just lunch? With 2 times the points on dining in restaurants, you may find yourself asking, why not? A lot. Chase Sapphire Preferred. There's more to enjoy.
I think I want a cheeseburger with bacon and portobello mushrooms. Have you had lunch yet?
No.
That's the power of Wendy's new hot and melty bacon portobello melt.
Now that's better.
Welcome back to the Atlanta studios. With this Kia Game Break, I'm Jerome Jurenovich. Somebody finally scored down in Gainesville to snap that tie. Driscoll gets it over to Gillisley, and after some nice blocking, that little screen pass turns into a 45-yard score. Florida over Missouri 14-7, very late in the 4th, back up to Knoxville.
Thank you, Jerome. As Florida looks to secure that win. Let's take a look at our Coors Light freeze cam. Some great images from a memorable first Saturday homecoming 2012 at Tennessee. Now the game hanging in the balance. Troy's got it back. 8:39 to play. They take over deep in their own territory at the 9-yard line after forcing the Tennessee punt. Corey Robinson. He and Deion Anthony have been outstanding at quarterback today for the Trojans. Southward denied. Well, when you combine their numbers, wow, 359 yards of passing. Very impressive. No turnovers.
Yeah, that's the most impressive thing to me. Very efficient, both of them throwing the football, and obviously Anthony with his ability to run the football, but they've come into a very hostile environment here in Tennessee, and no turnovers.
A loss of 4. But we have seen this, Tim, throughout the game. Troy get backed up. You think they're in a world of trouble, they pop a big play.
That's right. Or Tennessee lets them off the hook with penalties. One way or the other, Troy continues to stay on the field.
Southward, here it comes. 20, 25, out to the 28-yard line. This is just a simple delay handoff.
And I see Sal Sunseri, the defensive coordinator, out on the field screaming at his guys. This is the 3rd time they've ran this little wraparound draw play, and Tennessee just gets out of their gap control. They can't stop this play on 3rd and long, 2nd long, whatever it happens to be. Troy continues to bust that play for big gains.
7:35 remaining. A toss over the middle to Albert. He couldn't find the handle. It'll be 2nd and 10.
This Troy offense continues to give Tennessee fits. Troy's very multiple in what they do on offense. They will spread the ball around. You see 3 wide receiver sets, 4 wide receiver sets, empty backfields, 2 backs, options. A lot of different things this Tennessee defense had to prepare for, and it's showing out here today. This has been a tough assignment for Tennessee.
Zip it over the middle to Worthy. To the 29-yard line. They'll actually give him progress to the 36, it appears, as McNeil makes the tackle. 3rd and short. Anthony in at quarterback. Coming up on 7 minutes to go. 1-point Tennessee lead. Southward had a little trouble getting the football on the handoff, and then Tennessee's Kirk Magid comes up with a big defensive play and a loss of 4.
Magid having a good football game off the edge, chases down Southward. The handoff the exchange wasn't perfect, and it kind of slowed up Sean Southward a little bit. He couldn't get to the edge. Tremendous pursuit around the corner from Kirk Magid.
Tennessee forces the 2nd 3 and out on that particular series. They got the big run, but they did hold and will get decent field position as the punt comes from the 20-yard line. Over the shoulder, Justin Hunter decided to play it, and Troy wraps him up back at the 20-yard line. A 48-yard punt. Tennessee ball when we come back, and 6:05 remaining.
Over the last 5 years, Kia's been the fastest growing car company in America. It's because we've redesigned our entire lineup to be better than ever before. And because the Optima is the most appealing midsize car. Plus, the Soul was ranked highest in initial quality by J.D. Power and Associates. In other words, Kia is America's fastest growing car company for good reason. So come in today to see all that Kia has to offer. And right now, lease the 2013 Optima LX for $199 a month.
Regions has lots of ways to make your banking more rewarding, like checking and cashback rewards. With mobile banking, now you can see offers right on your phone, showing you the places where you could earn cash back on purchases with your check card. So you can take advantage of great offers, whether you're here, or here. Come to Regions. It's a simpler way to bank, and a simpler way to earn cash back on everyday purchases. And maybe some not so everyday purchases.
I got a stork.
Good choice.
Anytime.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Every great tailgate begins at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Welcome to Tailgate U. Let me show you how to get it done. This grill is mobile enough for home and away games. Roll it, lift it, and celebrate the win.
For a guy that didn't spend much time on the bench, you sure know how to pick a comfortable chair, Emmett.
It's all about comfort and style. Rain or shine.
Get tailgating apparel and gear for an everyday low price.
Smokey doing his thing. Our Quicken Loans game summary. As you see, the total offense well over 1,000 yards in this game. The pace has slowed somewhat. We had 10 scoring drives in the first half, only 4 here in the second. And now Tennessee trying to eat a little bit of this clock here and nurse this 1-point lead, 41-40. Neal is in to start the series at running back. Tyler Bray looking to throw, cranks it out to the 31-yard line to Cordero Patterson.
A dangerous throw that time too. The safety number 7, Chris Pickett, was in the flat right there. If Tyler Bray didn't get the exact right amount of trajectory on that football, Chris Pickett may have took that thing back the other way.
Yeah, you flinched.
I did. I saw him coming down right in the throw lane. Great throw by Tyler Bray.
Neal to the 35. Pickett the tackle. Chris is a junior from Crestview, Florida. We mentioned it in the first half. He's forced a fumble in 3 straight games. And that turnover is something that Troy would dearly love here as we click down to 5.5 to play. Bray throws incomplete. Patterson breaks the tackle. Hit the brakes and will go down at the 42-yard line.
Patterson working on Brian Willis again, number 26, this time giving him some cushion. We saw on the big third down a couple possessions ago. He was right on Patterson that time playing off, and Patterson does a nice job at the end of that run of staying in bounds and allowing this clock to continue to tick.
5:15 to play. From the Troy 42. Bray going for it all. Touchdown. Incomplete. He dropped the ball. My goodness, Vincent Dallas.
Well, you can't throw it any better than this. Tyler Bray trying to get the football to Vincent Dallas. The corner is looking back in the backfield, not sure why he would ever do that and just allow Vincent Dallas to run right past him. But I don't know. It's he just took his eye off the ball, making sure he had enough room to work on the back line. And Tyler Bray can't believe it. That's a lot of missed opportunities. This Tennessee offense is left on the field, even though they've had such a huge day.
Incomplete. Looking for Zach Rogers. All right, 3rd and 10. Troy forced a punt on the last drive on a 3rd and 10. Bray gets the play call. Under 5 minutes remaining. 41-40. And this one nearly intercepted. It looked like it went off the shins of Willis.
Well, they brought the house on Tyler Bray this time. 3rd and 10. They're not going to let him sit back there and pick you apart. They want him to hurry up and throw that football. And good coverage. It looked like a little miscommunication between Michael Rivera and Patterson in the routes. You see them looking at one another. Anytime you see 2 receivers that close to each other, someone ran the wrong route.
And Antonio Richardson, the injured volunteer. SEC College Football Saturday is brought to you by Kia, by C Spire Wireless, by Coors Light, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Tiny being helped off with 4:48. Look at the right side of your screen for number 74.
Right here. It's going to get rolled up on at the end of this on the back, and that's the worst fear for an offensive lineman. Guys, body's just flying around, and you get that ankle or that knee rolled up on. Hopefully he's okay. He's a great football player on that Tennessee offensive line.
So Troy will get it back. Velarde to punt. Albert the deep man. Velarde hangs it up, and the fair catch is made at the 6. So yes, Troy gets it back after forcing the punt, but for the second consecutive drive, they're inside the 10 to start the drive. SEC College Football Saturday is brought to you by John Deere, by Regions Bank, by GMC, and by Quicken Loans. Troy's ability, backed up in their own side of the field to pop those big plays, is a considerable fear here in Knoxville for the final 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Corey Robinson starts the drive at quarterback. He split the playing time with Deion Anthony. Both have been successful. From the 7. And here comes Southwood. For the 4th time they run this play. And they get yardage to the 15. McNeil the tackle. This one picks up 8.
Tennessee continues to struggle in stopping the draw play. It's just a simple draw. They're getting too far up the field on their rushes, and that offensive line for Troy doing a good job of just running guys past them, and then they sneak the draw play up inside.
2nd and 2. Southward approaching 100 yards. He's got 92 on 15 carries. The senior from Florence, Alabama. A completed pass to the 32-yard line. Jaquan Robinson. And Troy gets out of this hole with a pass play. McNeil defending.
The accuracy once again of Corey Robinson in the decision making. He understands what's going on and the matchups that he likes against this Tennessee defense, and he continues to deliver strikes into the secondary.
Robinson's completed 25 passes, and he's coming up on a 300-yard day.
Tennessee showing blitz to safety. McNeil up at the line of scrimmage. Now they're trying to back him off as Troy audible. They were to take advantage of Chip Reeves on the one-on-one matchup on the outside.
Timeout, Troy. So Larry Blakeney will stop it here.
Troy, their second charge timeout.
And he called that one as the play clock was winding down. Mississippi State was on the Troy schedule earlier this season. And this is a ball game where the Bulldogs defense is having the same problems Tennessee is having today. Troy rushed, and the total offense, I should say, was 572 yards that day and 30 first downs against the Bulldogs.
Right, and look at the Mississippi State offense. Only 4 out of 14 on third down conversions that day. Tennessee has struggled on third downs as well, but this Troy defense is 25th in the nation on third downs allowed. That defense really does a great job of getting off the field, only allowing 33% on the season on third down.
Troy burns its second time out of the second half, and they have gone over 600 yards in offense this afternoon in Knoxville. They're down a point, so obviously field goal position would get them down close enough to win the game. Robinson slings it. Oh, what a catch! And he's gone! Eric Thomas! Unbelievable! And Troy takes the lead.
Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing this on the replay. I don't know how number 3, Eric Thomas, hauled this football in. Initially, when Corey Robinson threw the ball, I thought from up here it was going to be well over his head. and he would have no shot to pull that football down, but unbelievable catch by Eric Thomas.
I mean, this is one of the greatest catches I've ever seen, and it's a potential game-winning touchdown.
That's right, and I think he stunned the Tennessee secondary. It's almost like they thought the ball was going to be overthrown as well, and they kind of stopped, and Thomas reaches up and snatches that thing and takes it to the house.
Timeout.
Timeout by Tennessee as Troy's going to go for 2 to try to go up by 7. Time for today's John Deere Gator RSX 850i power play of the game.
Here's Thomas at the bottom of the screen, just working on Justin Coleman, and look at that catch. Just throws the one hand up there and never breaks stride into the end zone.
And Troy goes ahead 46-41. Wow, what a catch.
Coleman was all over him too. You know, there was some contact right there as well, and still able to have strong enough hands was the impressive thing, just to put that one hand up there and haul that football in.
And look at the reaction by Corey Robinson.
Well, that's a great feeling as a quarterback. That's where you really prove your worth as a signal caller back there when the game's on the line, on the road, and for Troy being in an SEC stadium, and you're able to go down and throw a big touchdown pass like that, have an opportunity here to go for a 2-point conversion and extend your lead even more.
Robinson wants to throw it, floats it, caught, 2-point conversion to Eric Thomas.
Thomas
and
again.
Troy goes up 48-41.
Well, you think Corey Robinson has some confidence in Eric Thomas. Boy, he just had the one-handed catch for the touchdown. This time he finds him singled up again for the 2-point conversion, and he's really not that open. It's good coverage again, but Robinson says, I'm just going to throw it up high. He's in the slot right here. He's going to work across the middle of the field, and they try to undercut it, but he just goes up again and high points that football. He's 6'1" with great leaping ability, but he has strong hands. You see him go up, he's physical at the point, and a great catch, and way to put it in for Eric Thomas. Here's the play before on the touchdown. Look at him extend for this football. Great concentration, and you got to love the fact that he's fearless. Going across the middle, there's a safety. It's a single high coverage. There's a safety flying over the top of that. He's so focused on that football, not worried about the safety, not worried about taking the big hit. He catches that football and puts Troy up 48-41 late in this football game.
Just 3 minutes and 14 seconds to play here at Neyland Stadium. Let's go down to the field in Elizabeth.
Well, guys, a huge reason this Troy team is able to play tough and physical against SEC teams is their conditioning. In the winter, they go through what they call the Octagon, a 10-station workout. Happens every morning at 5:30. They carry telephone poles, flipping tires on top of their already lifting program. Walking down the sideline, you can tell this team is fresh. No one is tired, and I'll tell you what, they're ready to finish this game.
Well, I think one of the most important hires you can make as a head coach is that strength coach. He works with these guys all summer long, and it pays off in games like this.
This will be returned, but only to the 38-yard line. So Tyler Bray has to go back to work, and now the game's on the line as he takes the field with the Volunteer offense. 3:10 remaining. Troy leads it 48-41.
You have to go back to the last possession for Tennessee. They really wouldn't be in this situation. Vincent Dallas dropped a wide open touchdown in the end zone, and Tyler Bray did his job. He put the football right on him. So let's see if this Tennessee offense can answer back.
Tyler Bray throwing down the sideline, and this is going to be incomplete, and a penalty flag for pass interference on Troy. Brian Willis.
And a good call by the officials that time. You can see it from up here. Willis way too aggressive in his coverage.
Pass interference on the defense, number 26. Penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Brian Willis is 5'10". Justin Hunter is 6'4", so he has to be physical with Hunter off the line of scrimmage, but he just was physical for too long down the field. Continue to put his hands on Justin Hunter, afraid of the big play over the top.
At the Troy 46. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Vols trying to pull it out of the fire here. They're down 7. Pressure, throw complete. Justin Hunter, 35-30. Justin Hunter is gone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Penalty flags. A 46-yard touchdown pass. Now let's see. We will wait for the announcement.
Unsportsmanlike, number 11 on the offense. That penalty is 15 yards. Will be assessed on the kickoff.
(48-47), the extra point coming up. And Pilardi with the kick. Now take a look at Justin Hunter. Here's the touchdown.
If you blitz Tyler Bray, look at all these guys blitzing. You better get home because Tyler Bray will sort this out, and he has the wide receivers to make big plays. Justin Hunter coming all the way across the formation, and he breaks one tackle, and there's no one back there. There's no safety help. They brought 7-8 guys on that blitz, and you make your guy miss. It's a touchdown, and here's the celebration as Hunter goes into the end zone, and he just gets a little too excited, spiking the football right there. And, you know, it's a big time in the game. It's a big moment. You just made a great play, but you still have to keep your head about you. Hand the ball to the official. You still got your defense still has to go back out there, and this game's far from over.
Yeah, Troy gets the ball back.
Troy gets the ball back. He had stopped him all day. So, but great play by Hunter. Great execution by Bray.
Coming up next, many of you will see an ACC contest from Winston-Salem as the Boston College Eagles battled the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. A 46-yard touchdown pass. The PAT ties it 48-48, 2:54 to play. Troy gets it back. They've got one timeout to work with. Tyler Bray with his 5th touchdown pass. This will be returned by Zach Miller to the 26-yard line. So now the Trojans go back to work in a 48-48 ball game. And quarterback Corey Robinson leads the Trojans out on what he hopes will be the game-winning drive. Their ability to spring big plays has been uncanny. Plenty of time to throw. And behind, southward, incomplete.
Tennessee in a combination coverage. They're playing man on Chip Reeves at the top of the screen with a safety help over the top and zone at the bottom. So Troy tried to take advantage of that, running Reeves to the inside and sneak the back southward out on a wheel route. And good job right there by Prentice Wagner coming off of his man and seeing the back coming out of the backfield, forcing an errant throw.
2nd and 10. Robinson swings it to the outside and out of bounds. Stopping the clock at 2:38.
Once again, good pressure by Kurt Maggitt. We've called his name several times today. He beats his man to the inside and gets quick pressure on Robinson, forcing him to get rid of that football way before he wanted to.
third down. Robinson. Incomplete over the middle.
That's one of the first bad throws that I've seen Robinson make all day. That time, all he had to do was lead Reeves across the middle of the field. It was a man-to-man coverage. He had beaten his man, just puts that football in front of Reeves, and that's a big play.
And Troy opts to punt with 2:22 left. Tennessee comes up with its third 3-and-out of the day, but they've done it twice in the last 3 drives. Will Scott is the punter. Low snap. Booms one. Justin Hunter back at the 25. Hunter is taken down at the 33-yard line. 46-yard punt. Tyler Bray has been sensational today.
He has. He hadn't had a lot of support from his defense, but luckily for Tyler Bray in this offense, they've been explosive all day long, getting huge plays in the passing game. They've ran the football effectively. They've missed some big plays as well. They've had a couple drops that would have been touchdowns for sure for Tyler, but he continues to sling the football down the field, and he's been outstanding throwing it deep. He's been outstanding throwing it short, and also reading and recognizing what this Troy defense is doing against him when they bring the blitz.
48-48. 2:11 to go. Bray 488, number 3 for single game in Tennessee history. And the receiver goes down. Penalty flags. Mark Wilson looks to be guilty of pass interference.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 35. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
As soon as we're finished here, we will get you to the Boston College Wake Forest game.
Mark Wilson, the linebacker, matched up on Rivera going down the seam right here. Bray does a good job of looking the safety off, but pretty sure you can't push the wide receiver in the chest before he's about to make the catch.
To the Tennessee 49, 1st and 10. Tyler looks, cranks, incomplete, intended for Zach Rogers. 2 minutes remaining.
Tyler frustrated with himself here a little bit. He had to hold the ball a little longer than he wanted to, but he had Zach Rogers. He kind of got across the safety and beat the corner right there initially, and Bray knows he had him for a big one.
(48-48). Well, you look at all the little plays, the drop by Tennessee in the end zone by Dallas, and then the missed PAT in the second quarter by Troy. All the little things come floating back in a tie game late. Floated over to Lane down the sideline and out of bounds at the Troy 33. Marlon Lane, a receiver this time. Trawick with the tackle.
Well, they get him out of the backfield and they get an offensive lineman in front of him. Dallas Thomas pulls around on that play. It's kind of a little swing screen pass, and there's no one out there for Troy.
Michael Pilardi tuning up in the bullpen if needed to kick a game-winning field goal. Troy rushes only 3. Bray just throws this one away. And stops it with 1:45 left and a 2nd and 10.
Good decision by Tyler that time. Troy elects to play a zone coverage, and they had the outside receivers doubled and no 1-1 on the inside for Tennessee. So a good decision for Tyler just to throw that football away.
Larry Blakeney's Trojans trying to come up with a stop. Tennessee trying to win it. 2nd and 10. 1:45 left. Bray throwing. Sideline. Patterson. No good. Zach Miller defending.
This Troy defense is not scared to come after Tyler Bray. They bring the house once again and continue to lead these corners one-on-one on the outside. And Patterson won out there, too. Look at the blitz. You see everybody coming on the inside, but that offensive line from Tennessee, we've talked about them all night. They've only allowed 4 sacks all season. They do a great job of sorting these things out, picking up these blitzes, and that's another missed opportunity right there for Tennessee.
Over the middle, Justin Hunter turns a corner, 20, 15, out of bounds to the 10. And we're down to 1:30 to play. A 23-yard gain. First and goal, Tennessee.
That's just a tough assignment right there. You're asking these defensive backs to cover these Tennessee wide receivers in this man coverage, and they're running crossing routes and go routes, especially these crossing routes. That's 14, Zach Miller that time, trying to cover Justin Hunter all the way across the field. Almost an impossible assignment.
The football at the Troy 9-yard line. 90 seconds left and a 48-48 tie. Lane cuts back. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Great drive by Tennessee and way to finish it off by Marlon Lane. But the only concern you have here is there's still a lot of time left on the clock. And the way this football game has been going, it's back and forth, and it's quick strike offenses for both of these football teams. So certainly with 1:25 left, Troy still has one timeout. This football game far from over.
Polardi with a big point after here. Nails it. And the lead is 7.
Marlon Lane has done a nice job this entire game of bouncing to the outside. These jump cuts. The play is designed to go inside initially, but look at the vision right here. As he gets up into the line of scrimmage, he's able to get to the outside, and then he gets north and south. He's been running the football very effectively in this Tennessee offensive line. We've talked about him. Jawan James, Fulton, Stone, Thomas, Richardson. All these guys are just winning at the point of attack in the run game.
Marlon Lane had a 17-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. Caps what he hopes will be the Tennessee day with the TD run here of 9 yards. And 1:25 to play. 6-play, 66-yard drive that took only 46 seconds. And that will give the Troy Trojans one more opportunity. The Volunteers have scored 14 points in 1:47 seconds. Coming from 48-41 down to go up 55-48. Troy is going to get a return out of this by Burks. Burks to the outside. And Burks, that penalty flag goes flying.
Looks like it's going to be a block in the back on Troy to set them back even further.
A 1:18 to play.
During the return, blocking the back, number 43 on the return team. That penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
Here's the block in the back. Right. Oh, right here he comes. Right here from the bottom of down here of the screen, the block in the back. I'm going to see him come at the end of this play right there for Troy. That's the last thing you can have. Trying to set up a 2-minute drive. You want to get a good return to give your quarterback a chance. And this is the third time, I believe, in a row now that Troy's been backed up and had the long field. And Tennessee's done a nice job of stopping them here in the fourth quarter.
To the 23 and Chandler Worthy. They had a backed up Tim at the 7 when Eric Thomas pulled out that amazing grab for 67 yards and the go-ahead score. 1:10 left. Tennessee rushing 3. Incomplete, and a penalty on Tennessee. That's going to be pass interference. Prentice Wagner guilty. Clock stops at 1:01.
Zone coverage, Prentice Wagner. They're just trying to work a curl route in there. You see him wide open in that zone.
On the defense,
Wagner
number
comes through the
23.
back.
Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
10 Tennessee penalties for 105 yards. Troy gets a new set of downs. 61 seconds left. Troy with one timeout. Robinson throws it complete to Robinson. Corey to Jaquan. And a 9-yard pickup. 49 seconds. The clock is stopped because it is a first down. So a 10-yard gain. Again, Corey Robinson cranking and throwing, and this is incomplete. And a great job on the corner that time for Tennessee by Tony to jar the ball away. Just reaching in, stripping, and turning it into a 2nd and 10.
Tennessee playing off coverage. They have their safeties 15, 20 yards deep right now, as they should. And you want to work underneath like Robinson tried to, but a great play at time and knocking the football loose.
Corey Robinson has passed for 378. He's at 28 of 43. Southwood. Plenty of running room up the middle. Over the 50 to the Tennessee 47, a 9-yard gain. 30 seconds left. At one point, do you take a shot?
Well, I think right now the way Tennessee's trying to defend you with those safeties so deep, that's the right type of play call right there.
Their third and final timeout of the second half.
The clock runs down to 24 as Larry Blakeney gets the timeout.
Blakeney upset. It's going to be a 3rd and short. I think he was trying to get confirmation from the officials whether it was going to be a first down and the clock was going to stop or where the ball was going to be spotted. So he wanted to get that timeout a little quicker than he did.
And that inability to get that information cost him about 5 seconds.
It did. And, you know, in a game, 24 seconds left, and now you're no timeouts left. Every second counts.
So based on what you've seen, Tim, and the abilities of both Corey Robinson and Deion Anthony, how do you think Larry Blakeney is piecing together these last couple of plays?
Well, I think you want Corey Robinson in the game in this situation just because he's been in this type of situation so many times, and he's the better thrower right now. And Tennessee would have no timeout, so anytime you're going to run the football, you have to either get out of bounds or get first downs to stop the clock. And the way Tennessee's playing, there's going to be stuff underneath and holes open in the zone coverages. You just have to make sure they're for first downs or work the sidelines with your throws.
Over the middle to Albert. First down, stops the clock at 19 seconds. Troy up and ready to snap it. And a spike stops the clock at 17.
Good job by Robinson that time communicating to his team what they're trying to do. Do you want to try to run another play, get a snap off and try to throw a quick pass, or are you going to spike it? A good job by that offensive line of hustling, getting to the ball, wasting no time.
The one guy that has proven to be the big playmaker is Chip Reeves, number 8.
All right, Tennessee paying extra attention to Chip Reeves. Safety over the top of him now.
And a penalty flag. 14 seconds showing.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 16 on the offense. Penalty is 5 yards. Still second down. Reset the game clock to 17 seconds.
Timeout by Tennessee. The 8th Troy penalty for 76 yards. We talked earlier today about Tennessee trying to restart their season, trying to get a win today and get on track to get those 6 wins minimum for a bowl appearance. Missouri fell today at Florida 14-7. Vanderbilt won big at Kentucky.
You know, Vanderbilt wants a little payback against Tennessee for the way that game ended last year. We showed the video how it ended with the interception return for a touchdown by Gordon in that game. So certainly Vanderbilt looking forward and had that game circled on their schedule for a long time.
And keep in mind, Tennessee has won 14 straight at Vanderbilt. Commodores haven't beaten the Vols in Nashville since 1982. Robinson goes over the middle to Taylor. Shy the first down. Now you're down to 8.
They're going to have to take a shot here.
7. This is a ball game right here. Troy down 7. And they do spike it to stop the clock at 3 seconds. So here is your ball game. On 4th down, the Troy Trojans with a Hail Mary to the end zone. 55-48 Tennessee. Troy needs a touchdown, then the decision to try to win it with a 2 or send it to overtime with a point after.
Keep an eye on Eric Thomas, number 3, a guy who can go up and get the football.
Good pressure. Now Robinson throws it. Intercepted, and the ball game is over. Tennessee hangs on to win it. An amazing game comes to an end in Knoxville. Our final score, Tennessee 55 and Troy 48. Coming up next for some of you, Boston College and Wake Forest. For Elizabeth Morrow and Tim Couch, Bob Rathman saying good afternoon from Knoxville, Tennessee.